and welcome to NEPA TV. Exciting AAA matches coming your way tonight. We have got three good ones lined up. We're going to see in this first match tonight the Ottawa Frost taking on the Charlotte Smoke. That'll be followed by the Daytona Tide taking on the Scranton Royals. And then finally, closing it out, is going to be the Columbus Fire taking on the St. Charles Lions. Should be a really, really good lineup for you tonight. We'll take a chance here to take a look at the rules. If we can pull that graphic up, just to remind everybody, we use a rolling score in NEPA's format over 4 8-minute quarters. Continuous score, most points at the end of the game wins. There will be one 5-minute halftime. Each team has a 1-minute timeout available per half. You will see 5 players potentially on the screen. That 5th player hangs out in the spawn area to be a real-time sub. Overtime is played as a golden goal, and as always, NEPA tolerates no toxic or discriminatory behavior. With that, please let me introduce our play-by-play expert for the night. As always, Queen, welcome. Super excited to have you.
Hey, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite places to be.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Tuesday night kicking off the week. Looking forward to an exciting week, and we've got some good games to get things kicked off tonight. So taking a look at the two teams that we've got here, we've got the Ottawa Frost in orange tonight. We understand they are playing with some subs. They're still looking to round those subs up. Right now, who we're seeing on the board, though, is XA, Pip, Faster X, and it looks like Super Buddy jumping in on the action is who we've got over on the orange side. And then playing in blue this evening is going to be the Charlotte Smoke. That side, you've got Dark, Cats, Brainbot, Crypt, and One and Only. So strong lineup there. Both of these teams looking to come out of tonight with a victory. What do you see there taking a look at the lineups, Queen?
Well, I did see we finally got the 5th player for Charlotte Smoke. Or I'm sorry, for Ottawa Frost, it looks like, and it is Sizzle. So Sizzle is the 5th player in the arena for Ottawa Frost. And I see some super great players in here tonight. Crypt is definitely a very, very well-skilled player. Dark as well. Faster X. Pip is a great goalie. Definitely a very underrated player in Echo VR. So I'm super stoked to watch these matches today.
Yes, indeed, and super stoked to see some PDR names up there. So while the pro teams use their AAA rosters as their subs, AAA teams do reach into the PDR if they require subs. So if you're sitting out there on the PDR looking for your chance to get to play with the AAA level, there's a couple players getting that opportunity tonight. So exciting opportunity for them, exciting opportunity for us to see what they can do. So it should be exciting to see what we get out of those two teams as we get into the matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I could not agree more. And it's definitely, I believe we have subs on both sides from PDR, right?
Yeah, it does. It does look like both of these teams are going to be using some PDR players. So neither one playing with their primary lineup, if you will. So don't know how much they were able to practice with the folks they brought up from the PDR. So that'll certainly be an interesting dynamic for both of these teams as they try to figure it out.
Yeah, that was my exact thought process. Is they're both kind of coming in, probably with not too much time to work their rollouts. Rollouts being when you have the offensive disadvantage and where your teammates go. Typically, we see a lot of very simple splits here in the NEPA series. So I would guess that they don't need too much practice on those. But if someone was looking to pull out something on that back end that they might need, like a short pass play, then it might be a little more difficult, but something that's not able to be navigated at the skill level these players are at.
Yeah, good stuff there. Before we get into these matches, though, let's take a look and make sure the viewers know what to look out for in tonight's commercials. As you know, every commercial that will be broadcasted during both the AAA and the Pro Series will have NEPA-themed Easter eggs. Some are obvious and some are really hidden. Everyone who can name the commercials when we release the sign-up form and what the Easter eggs are will be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash and more. This is how you enter to win. Watch the matches, write down the Easter eggs and the commercial you saw them in, save that for when we open up the competition. So keep an eye on the action tonight, but don't go away for the commercials because we've got some good stuff coming your way from the NEPA Easter egg hunt. With that, we are going to get these teams readied up and look to get into tonight's action, Queen.
Absolutely. I'm super excited for that. It looks like It sounds like we had a ready up, but both do say not ready now. So,
Yeah,
um,
and it looked like there was still 10 minutes, so somebody's fixing the rules there. We will be playing 4 8-minute quarters with that 5-minute halftime and a quick break between quarters 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. Looks like the 8 minutes is now set. They're probably double
yep,
checking the rest of the rules there, and we'll be underway here in just a second.
awesome. And in chat right now, we have Giggity Gow, Dewey Blank, Burnsy VR, Bacon Ace, um, Brian, Blanchett, Jucifer. So, hello, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Super thankful that we have people like you guys watching. It's always fun interacting with you guys.
Yes, indeed. Love to get that interaction. Be active in the chat. We do check that throughout the broadcast, respond when we can, and always looking for good catches. I know last week we caught it through the chat that there was a record-setting joust. I think that was Mozzie and Law, if I remember right, and picked that up on the chat. We're able to get it on air so the rest of the viewers pick up on it as well. So help us out there. I need all the help I can get. Queen knows absolutely what she's doing, but I'll take all the help that I can
I
get.
will still take the help. I will. I feel like I'm so green by comparison of so many people.
Well, if you're green, you're a natural because you're absolutely crushing it. And I expect more of the same tonight. So looks like we have got some readies. We are going to get into this action here.
We do here. We are going into the first initial joust of this first quarter here, 8 minutes on the clock. And the first touch on disc does go to the. It's looks like our assets might have the wrong team names, Muted Monster. It looks like on there it says Austin Burners and Nashville Lightnings. But disc is bouncing around in tunnel over on the blue side of the arena, picked up by Crypt. Crypt getting stunned out though by Sizzle. Sizzle picking it up, going for the long 3 and making it from the ceiling. A great way to start off the game there for the Ottawa Frost.
Yeah, great start there, just 22 seconds in. It looked like Dark got ahead on the joust, so it actually made its way initially over to the orange side. They do a nice job of getting things pushed over back towards blue, and Sizzle able to capitalize with that early 3-pointer. Still over 7 minutes to play, anybody's game, but our first joust advantage of the quarter as we see the Charlotte Smoke work it down the far side for another 3-pointer, getting things tied up with a 7-second goal. Really nice joust there, Queen.
What a ridiculously clean long relay coming from the Charlotte Smoke. That was ridiculously well done, and quick points to respond over to the Ottawa Frost. We do still have the wrong team name. There we go. Thank you, Muted. Super Buddy passes over to XA down on the wedge. Now XA walking around on the table towards the tunnel, passes over back to Super Buddy. Super Buddy looking for the back pass, but a little miscommunication because their teammate was not looking, and the stack from Charlotte Smoke beats them to the disc. Crisp going for the long shot, but just off the mark. Katz is able to recover the disc, getting some pressure by Super Buddy, passes to Dark, and Dark into the goal for 2 more points for Charlotte Smoke.
Yeah, nice sequence there. Crypt takes a little bit of a shallow angle shot there. It ends up going just wide, but Cat's able to collect that one and feed it up to Dark for another 2 points. After going down 3-0 early, they've now got their first lead of the match. 2 minutes in, up 5-3.
And now we have Sizzle with the disc, looking up high for Faster X. Faster X sending a quick tap pass over to Super Buddy. Super Buddy with a little pressure though. Super Buddy again with the disc at the wedge, sends a pass over to XA. A great job from this team with disc control and passing instead of the clear and boost meta. Really, really well done by Ottawa Frost, maintaining possession there. XA sending a pass over to Faster X. Faster X juking around a little bit on Pack to get away from Crypt. Does so successfully after getting to Ghost. Passes over to Sizzle. Sizzle with the pressure on the boot, but gets the 3-pointer in for Ottawa Frost, putting them up by 1.
And Sizzle with his second 3 of the game. I really want to point out what you were getting at there, Queen, with the possession on that one. They must have strung together 10 or 12 passes, and I really like the way they kept their spacing in the midfield. The Smoke were coming at them with the midfield chain, trying to disrupt that possession, and we saw the Ottawa Frost stay disciplined with their spacing, trying to gate that chain a little bit, and they were able to move it past midfield, get it up, and get Sizzle in position for that 3-pointer. Really nice goal there to retake the lead 6-5.
Absolutely, and a great self-discipline shown from the Ottawa Frost in that. in that moment there. But Charlotte Smoke with a miss on the shot from underneath goal, resulting in a turnover, but the clear unsuccessful. Oh, and the overshot there from Crypt, but able to be picked up again by Dark and slapped into the goal just before getting stunned out. 2 more points on the board for Charlotte Smoke.
Yeah, 3 more shots, 1 more goal. They go back up 7-6. Keep an eye on Crypt. He's got 2 or 3 misses here. I mean, near misses. And I look for him to get hot. If he can start putting those into the back of the goal, you're going to see his points pick up because he's not afraid to shoot, and he's been just off the mark. Nice job there by Dark, though, to collect and get the 2 points at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And now Faster X with the disc, sending pass down low to XA in the tunnel. XA looking for Faster X again on the ceiling. Faster X getting the pressure though by Cats. Now the disc is in the hands of Brainbot. Brainbot looking for the clear but unsuccessful to do so. Now over to XA. XA to Sizzle. Sizzle looking for a pass down low, but the pass almost didn't connect. Picked up again off the bounce, but the shot was no good. Brainbot going for a second clear almost, but it's into the hands of Cats. However, the stack from Ottawa Frost was ready to go and made it there first to collect the disc with no stacks over from Charlotte Smoke. Not too much pressure yet. We see a double stack meta coming in here now from Ottawa Frost. Faster X picks up the disc and puts it in the goal for 3 points.
Yeah, nice goal there. Uncontested defensive stack. They get back, they maintain possession. Charlotte Smoke a little bit slow to get up onto the orange side of the arena, kind of left them in no man's land. Quick recovery there. Sizzle after 2 3-pointers of his own with a nice assist to Faster X, who gets that one in for another 3-pointers. They've got 9 points all on 3-pointers here with just under 3 minutes in the first quarter.
Absolutely, and a great job done just now by Charlotte Smoke, maintaining possession of the disc even after losing a hand on it, but a great teamwork displayed there from Charlotte Smoke, getting it back and keeping the possession there. Cats with a little bit of a missed pass, looking for their teammate Dark, resulting in a turnover and a clear out into the Charlotte Smoke zone by Ottawa Frost. Ottawa Frost with players in the area. Faster X with the disc, driving goal, and puts it in. It sounded like Brainbot may have got a hand on that one. However, it was not in time, and the points do go to Ottawa Frost.
And Faster X again on the board, but I want to point out the fact that Sizzle won a 1v1 battle in goal, able to keep it out. He then stopped a second shot and was able to get that clear that put Faster X in position. So Sizzle, after scoring 2 early 3-pointers and picking up an assist, also getting it done on the defensive end.
An absolutely incredible job by Sizzle indeed, and we love to see team play in a team sport. Faster X now doing a little bit of juking around to get around 2 defenders, going for the shot, but Dark says not today. Goes for the clear, but doesn't quite make it out. Cats is there to pick it up, though, and clean up the job all the way down into the Ottawa Frost bubble, and Brainbot puts it in for 2 points.
Yeah, nice goal there. Again, another nice defensive play. Goalie makes a play, doesn't quite complete the clear, but they get the stacks going quick and uncontested there. Nice, easy 2-pointer there. A minute to go now here in the first quarter. We've got ourselves a very tight match at just 2 points. Ottawa Frost are currently up.
A little bit of a scuffed rollout there from Ottawa Frost, potentially an opportunity for Charlotte Smoke to recover, but they don't make it to the disc. The clear is out by Ottawa Frost and into the Charlotte Smoke bubble. However, Charlotte Smoke able to get a hand on it, looking for the clear, but it's into the hands of Super Buddy. Super Buddy looking for the long 3, but Crypt able to stop it, gets the clear out, and a nice one at that fact all the way down into the bubble. A little bit of a scuffle there for the disc, but it is almost cleared out of their area by Ottawa Frost. Picked up, however, again by Dark. Dark losing a hand on it momentarily, able to get it back, sends a pass over to Cats. Cats get stunned out in the process, though. However, a slap back from their teammate puts it back in their hands and off the ring on the shot, now bouncing around in the low trap area, able to be picked up by Faster X. Quickly sent out. Sizzle with the disc, going for the long 3, not quite making it, but that's okay, because that's what teammates are for, and Faster X was there to clean up the mess and put 2 more points on the board for Ottawa Frost.
Really nice use of the backboard there. Faster X gets that bank shot in, extends this lead out to 4. We're not going to have time for another joust, so without further ado, let's take it to a word to our sponsors.
When does an underdog stop being an underdog? After the first big win, the second, try never. Because being an underdog isn't about how much you win. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it and making sure your opponents never know your next move. Which is why some of us make a point of staying underdogs, even when we're on top. Ram Trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
For those looking to claim this week's POAP, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the POAP claim form. In order to complete the form, you will need the secret password, which is Dallas Knights. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 26th. Don't miss out on this week's POAP. And we welcome you back. We have a quick minute here between quarters. A lot of nice just back and forth action. Both of these teams getting it done, Queen, on both ends. Really, it's been who can get their chains together quicker, because we've seen some empty net goals by teams who are able to get ahead on that breakaway. We did see over on the Charlotte Smoke side a couple of nice joust advantage, kind of setting up the offense, but a lot of what we've seen in the action going back and forth is who can win the chain race and get that open shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely worth noting is the fact that Ottawa Frost is doing a beautiful job on communication, whether it be they're running a double stack or whether it be they're passing the disc up the arena. They are obviously having great comms in game because they are all on the same page. But now with the disc is Charlotte Smoke. Charlotte Smoke sends a pass to Crypt. Crypt going for the goal. However, Sizzle with a big stop there. Pip picking up the disc, clearing it out with a stack in the area, almost overshooting the disc, but Super Buddy was able to pick it up, going for a long shot, but it does not connect. A little bit of a self pass there over to Pip on clock, and Pip into the goal for 2 points.
Yeah, and we hear Pip's name for the first time tonight. Nice job there. Looked like maybe Super Buddy thought that one was going to make it in. He didn't make a call to Pip to grab it initially, but Pip able to collect it off of the backboard there and get it in for another 2 points. They've stretched this lead to the largest of the match, now out to 6 points.
Absolutely, and it is worth noting Ottawa Frost does only have 4 players in the arena, so I think that may be why we heard Pip for the first time. Pip probably was the locker room sit. However, now they are in the arena, and another long shot by Dark in favor of Charlotte Smoke for 3 points on the board.
Yeah, Dark heard me say largest lead of the game. Apparently he wasn't happy with that. He follows that up with a nice 17-meter three-pointer. Nice shot. Gets them back to within 3.
Absolutely. Now Sizzle had the disc. Sizzle sends a pass over to Pip. Pip over to Super Buddy. Super Buddy sending it back over to Sizzle. Sizzle over to Faster X in the middle of the arena. Faster X with 2 defenders on them loses the disc to Crypt. Crypt over to Cats. Cats just clearing it down into the bubble with no stacks in the area, so Faster X is able to pick up the disc, is on the ceiling looking for the clear over into tunnel where Pip is. Pip going for possibly a long shot and making that for 3 more points. A quick response there from Ottawa Frost.
And Pip, we didn't hear his name in the first quarter. I'm not sure we saw Pip play, but he's only been in this one for about 2 minutes and already has 5 points. A couple of nice goals there, stretching that lead back out to 6. Joust advantage now for the Charlotte Smoke. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, yep. The disc now in the hands of Faster X on the floor after juking around some defenders. Sends a pass over to Super Buddy. Super Buddy sending a pass up, looking for Faster X again, but Faster X stopped on a Geo, unable to make it for the initial pass, but able to collect it off of the bounce. Now just pulling out a defender out of bubble, creating a numbers advantage. Sends a pass to Pip on the floor. Pip, with only one person pushing inside of the bubble, decides to send a pass back over to Faster X. Faster X sending the pass over to Pip on floor. Pip doing some dancing around on boot and driving goal for 2 points for the Ottawa Frost.
And do not look now, but Pip is on fire after not hearing from from previous in the first quarter. Now 7 points. Pip and Faster X tied at 7, only trailing Dark for high score for the game. He's got 10.
Like I said in the beginning of the cast, Pip is an extremely underrated player in Echo. She is quite phenomenal in goal, a great shot, great stacking, all around an incredible player and oftentimes overlooked. Brainbot now with the disc, though, sends a pass over to Cats. Cats looking for Crypt and making it there. Crypt with the disc, not too much pressure in front or behind on the Ghost. Geo going for the bounce shot, an ambitious one at that, but Pip with a save and a clear out through the mid of the arena. Almost out, but not quite there. However, their teammates are able to get a hand on the disc. Now in the hands of Cats. Cats going to clear it out through tunnel, but the Ottawa Frost stack is in the area. Not able to collect the disc in that moment, though. So Cats with the disc now getting some pressure from Sizzle. Looking for Brainbot. Brainbot misses the pass initially. Ooh, goes over to Cats. Cats with a quick shot, but a big stop there from Faster X. The stack from Charlotte Smoke overshooting the loose disc now. Super Buddy going for possibly a shot, but off the top of Shield in the hands of Crypt now. Crypt looking for a high clear, but Faster X is there and says not today, sends it out all the way into the bubble where Pip is there and present, looking for a teammate, but not making it there as it bounces off of the shield. Cats now with the disc clearing it all the way out with teammates in the area, again overshooting the disc in almost a full self-clear. Now it is a full self-clear, just bouncing around, possibly a little bit of miscommunication there. We won't quite know, but Crypt is able to get a hand on the disc, looking for the clear. Super Buddy picks it up. A lot of pickpockets happening. Sizzle going for a cloud shot, almost making it. But Cats now with the disc going for the clear, does get stunned out in the process, so it is able to be picked up by Ottawa Frost. Ottawa Frost picking it up, sending a pass over to Pip. Pip on the Geo sends a pass over to Faster X on the post. Faster X doing a little dance before putting it in the goal for 2 points.
Yeah, persistent offense there. Nice job of staying with that. Smoke just couldn't find a lane to get that cleared out, and Ottawa's able to hang on to the disc, maintain possession there. That goal took about 2 minutes, but they've now stretched this lead all the way out to 10 with a nice finish from Faster X. Nice little juke there, put himself in position to score.
Absolutely. A great play there by the Ottawa Frost. Indeed. Cats now with the disc on Nest, looking for a possible pass, but it takes a unfortunate bounce there off of the tunnel. Now with the disc is Faster X getting some pressure and a stun from Charlotte Smoke with the disc now is Brainbot. Brainbot looks over to Crypt for a short, quick pass. Crypt with not too much pressure in front, but there are some defenders, so they send a pass to Dark. Dark over to... I think it was a pass for Cats, but again, a little bit of a miscommunication there as they were not in the area. Faster X is able to pick up the disc and clear it down into the bubble. Picked up now by Dark, but Dark gets their pocket picked by Super Buddy, sends it to Sizzle. Sizzle looking for the goal, but a stop there from Charlotte Smoke, but Sizzle able to pick it back up and put it in the goal for 2 more points in favor of Ottawa Frost.
Yeah, nice goal there again. Just the persistence inside the bubble. The first shot doesn't go, but they've got somebody in position to collect and finish it off anyhow. They've now doubled up the Charlotte Smoke score at 24-12 as we approach 1 minute to go to halftime.
Yeah, and again, that rolling score format that we have here in NEPA and 4 8-minute quarters does still leave Charlotte Smoke with time to come back here. This is not too far for them. The game is not over.
No, not by any stretch.
Yep. Cats with the disc sends a long pass down and Brainbot going for the long shot, but Ottawa Frost able to get their stacks there and stop it. Looking for a pass to Sizzle, but we've got some pressure there by Cats and the disc is almost taken back, but they're able to recover it. Super Buddy going for a long shot, but just off the mark. The stacks from Charlotte Smoke overshoot the disc. Pip is able to pick it up on the cloud. Geo sends a pass over to Super Buddy. Super Buddy to Faster X. Faster X getting their pocket picked, almost getting it back, but not quite. Dark clears out the disc into the mid of the arena, now bouncing around in the trap, collected by Faster X. Faster X looking high for Super Buddy. Super Buddy looking for the goal. Oh, and the ding off the post after a bounce. Crypt picks up the disc, clears it out through the tunnel and all the way into the Ottawa Frost zone. With only seconds to go, Super Buddy picks up the disc and sends a back pass. That is the end of this second quarter here, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry, I'll take care of you. It's your mom.
Hot dog?
All season long, NEPA will be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to live broadcast and fills out the claim form with the secret password. This form can be found at nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week, we'll highlight a different franchise as the POAP logo. Show up each week and collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 26. This week's secret password is Dallas Knights. And with that, we welcome you back to the halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. We saw a lot of great action here in the first half. A first quarter that was really, really tight, Queen, and then we saw just an absolute run out of the Ottawa Frost. They did make a substitute for that second quarter. It seemed to really change the match.
It did. They had lost XA for a little bit, so XA was not in the arena at all, putting Pip in. And Pip, it could be a matter of chance. Maybe they were just finding their footings, considering the fact that they have subs in the game, or maybe Pip did make things just click being in the arena. Maybe they play a little bit more of the Ottawa Frost style that they're used to. But definitely a little bit of a shift in the tide there from the first quarter to the second quarter, and considering there was a roster change, I can only assume that that's more likely what played a big difference there in the game. Definitely curious to see if they put XA back in or if they keep Pip in.
Yeah, it is curious, and you also don't know what strategic choices might have been made between the first quarter and the second quarter, so can't say for sure that Pip was solely the instigator, but just the facts remain that at the end of the first quarter, it was only a 2-point spread. Having not played at all in the first quarter, Pip shows up, gets 7 quick points on the board, and they have run this all the way out to a 12-point lead, so I don't think we can understate just the change that we saw between the first quarter and the second quarter. Charlotte Smoke relatively consistent throughout the match, but that didn't keep pace with the changes that the Ottawa Frost were able to come up with. So it'll be interesting to see now what the Charlotte Smoke do. They don't know what lineup they're going to face. They saw what the Frost did with Pip in the lineup. They were hanging a little bit closer with XA in the lineup. But again, strategically, is there something that the Ottawa Frost caught onto there where they found something they could take advantage of against the Charlotte Smoke? And are the Smoke able to change what they're doing to get a few more points on the board? That was a fairly low scoring second quarter over on the Smoke side. Of course, Dark leading all scores with 10 points, but when you've got 3 players on the Ottawa Frost with 7, 8, and 9 respectively, like to see that even spread. You talked about it during the second quarter. You like to see that teamwork. They're doing a good job of spreading the disc around, getting different people shot opportunities, and then they're capitalizing on the open goals when they get them.
Yeah, absolutely. And keeping in mind that Pip's stat board, they were only in for a single quarter, so their stat board is still in line with the rest of their teammates who are in for both quarters of this game. Just kind of going to show you that point that we were talking about of how Pip changed the dynamic. They definitely came in and did work, whether it be with in goal. I do remember a save from Pip. I know one didn't register, but also if you steal the disc on someone approaching the goal as opposed to saving a shot, a lot of times the stats will not register that, so that's a fun fact. But Pip definitely did have a save, has points on the board, has assists on the board or an assist, and definitely putting in a great amount of work, even considering the fact that they were only in for one single quarter.
Indeed, and with that, we are going to get underway with our second half action. That initial possession looks like it is going to be going to the Ottawa Frost, who look to work things into the blue bubble, but it's going to be cleared out. Looked like Crypt got a hand on that one, gets the clear, and now we've got the Stacks racing to see who can get the disc. At the end of the day, it's going to be Cats who gets there just in the nick of time as the defensive chain was closing fast. Gets 2 points on the board. Pretty important for them to get an early score here to kind of get a little bit of momentum back after letting that second quarter get away a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does look like we had Pip in the arena on that one. So interesting that they are still there. Sizzle with the disc, sending a pass high over to Faster X. Faster X looking down low for Pip. Pip getting some pressure, then gets their pocket picked by Dark. Dark looking for the clear, but the Geos were a little bit in the way there. Took some bounces, was able to be recovered initially by Crypt, but Sizzle getting the stun out and the disc, going for the long shot, but not able to make it connect now in the hands of Faster X. Doing a little bit of juking around, but their defender was able to get the disc out of their hand. The quick slap does not go for an actual clear, and Super Buddy able to recollect the disc, sends a pass down low to Super X, or Faster X, I apologize. Faster X driving goal, but Brainbot with the stop. But Ottawa Frost Stacks were ridiculous. The pickup by Pip, looking for their teammate Sizzle on a pass, unable to connect. A little bit of a scuffle here for the disc in the arena. Ultimately, it is going to result in Crypt picking up the disc, looking for the clear, but not getting it out yet. Super Buddy able to get a hand on it, but has a lot of pressure, just able to kind of scoop it out into the bubble, and it is picked up again by Charlotte Smoke. Charlotte Smoke clears it all the way into the Ottawa Frost zone. Picked up by Crypt with no one in the goal and a long shot. Just like you were saying, Brutus, eventually that is going to click for them, and they are going to make those.
Yeah, Crypt had 3 or 4 just narrow misses in the first half. Looks like he's got it dialed in here in the second, picking up that nice 3-pointer. Very interesting here early on, watching the Charlotte Smoke be a lot more aggressive on defense is what I'm noticing here. So I think that's probably something they talk about at halftime, is the Ottawa Frost being able to string together passes and then get second shots when the first one was either saved or missed. It looks like the Charlotte Smoke are looking out, coming to try to be a little bit more aggressive in their own bubble to try and deny those opportunities and then press with the midfield chains a little bit. They're really trying to disrupt and limit the number of consecutive passes the Ottawa Frost are getting away with.
Yeah, absolutely. But as we say all that, Pip gets a very, very clutch steal. The shot is Super Buddy, but Pip got a very, very clutch steal in bubble. Someone was driving goal and cleared it out, allowing Super Buddy time and space to stack and have an open 3 there. So great job from the Ottawa Frost.
Yeah, and when you get more aggressive on defense, when you press out further into the midfield with your stacks, you're going to give up the opportunities with an open goal. So nice job, the Ottawa Frost, recognizing that, getting the quick shot off when the goal was open. If the Smoke are going to take that chance and press forward on defense, they've got to get their stacks together quickly to get back when required.
Absolutely. Super Buddy getting a great leech there, picks up the disc, goes for the long 3, misses, but able to recollect it and put it in the goal for 2 points. Now with the disc advantage is Charlotte Smoke.
And we talk about the team play. Super Buddy, 0 points in the first half, now has 5 points already here in the second half, just over 4 minutes to go yet in the third quarter here. They've now got 4 players with at least 5 points. Very impressive team spread on their scoring.
Absolutely. Teamwork in this sport is definitely one that pays off. Super Buddy picking up the disc, clearing it out into the Charlotte Smoke bubble. Both stacks in the area and racing Faster X, able to get a hand on it, but Crypt getting the slap out. However, Sizzle in the area, able to recover it. Super Buddy now with the disc, sends a pass high to Faster X. Faster X juking around a defender, looking for the goal. Does not make it in. It was off the head of a defender. The disc loose now, picked up by Crypt, going for the clear, but bouncing around in the zone still. Stacks were ready for Charlotte Smoke. The clear is now good, but Faster X in the area, able to steal the disc, send a pass over to Sizzle. Sizzle looking for a pass up high to Super Buddy. Super Buddy looking for, Pip all the way on station with a little bit of guarding there from that station. Geo sends a pass up high to Faster X. 2 defenders in front, 1 behind. Passes to Super Buddy. Super Buddy driving goal for 2 points. Brilliant teamwork from Ottawa Frost.
I mean, is it just a strategy? Like everybody's going to get their quarter? Sizzle absolutely blows up the first quarter. Pip shows up in the second and takes over the show. Now here's Super Buddy in the third already with 7 points after not scoring at all in the first half. So we'll just see whose number gets called in the fourth, I guess.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Definitely a little bit of shift there in who the players are, but the momentum staying the same from Ottawa Frost. Maybe a little bit of icing from the long halftime, but definitely found their footing again. And I say that as Crypt drives goal for 2 points for Charlotte Smoke to break the cycle of the Ottawa Frost scoring.
Yeah, Crip now with 5 points. Dark still leading all scores with 10, but haven't heard Dark's name yet this half. It's been Crypt getting 5 points on the board to try and keep Charlotte Smoke close. We've got 10 minutes left to play, plenty of time, but they don't want to let this lead stretch much further than the 12 they're at now.
Absolutely. And a really, really nice passing rollout coming from Ottawa Frost. Faster X with the disc now on the wall, looking for their teammate. Pip. Pip gets it in the goal just before getting stunned for 2 points.
Just in time shooting is what you have to have. 18 seconds on that one. Pip able to get that disc off and into the goal, like you said, right before it, a stun there. So again, aggressive defense out of the Charlotte Smoke there. Just a second too late on that one as Pip's able to get the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Cats with the disc crossing over Bowtie, sending a pass over to Brainbot. Brainbot getting the pressure from the stun, so only able to get a slap pass off. Now with the disc is Crypt. Crypt looking for Brainbot. Brainbot not able to pick up the pass. Cats was able to recover it, sends it back over to Brainbot on the floor. Brainbot getting some pressure, looking for their teammate, but the pass doesn't connect there. Able to be recovered by Crypt, sending a high pass over to Cats on the ceiling. Cats now on Nest, juking around, flipping around, and puts it in the goal for 2 points.
Cats, great work, flipping off of the ceiling there, keeping the momentum up and then bouncing off a Nest, looking for the empty shot. Really kept his own personal momentum up on that one. I think confused the goalie a little bit so they can put that 2-pointer and brings it back to within 12 for the Smoke.
Absolutely a fantastic job by Charlotte Smoke getting the points on this board to lessen the deficit and bridge that gap. But Sizzle with the disc now passes over to Faster X, but that chain from Charlotte Smoke stops it. Dark with the disc now looking at an open goal. Bounce shot does not make it in. Faster X almost able to recover the disc, but in the hands of Dark, and Dark into the goal for 2 points. It looks like Super Buddy may have gotten a little piece of the disc, but it was not enough, and the game says the points go to Charlotte Smoke.
Go to the Smoke. They bring it back within 10. Got about 20 seconds left, so there's going to be about 15 seconds for another goal here. But again, they've crawled back just a little bit after being down at halftime. They've got it back within 10 points. That's plenty within reach with still 8 minutes to play after this possession.
Absolutely, and a rare sighting. Ottawa Frost's having a little bit of a fumble there on the rollout, resulting in a turnover, but not with enough time on the clock here in this third quarter. So we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
NEPA is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that we will be conducting throughout the year. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at nepavrpro.com/NFT. We've got some fun stuff planned, so do not miss your opportunity. Get over to nepavrpro.com/NFT now. And then get right back to this awesome action because we've got a 10-point match going into the fourth quarter. Am I right, Queen?
Yeah, we do. And I have to say, I can't help but to kind of like brag about the NEPA giveaways because they're always so good. And like you guys may be hearing this and thinking it's repetitive, but you want to get in on the giveaways because the last NFT winner, the first prize winner, won a trip for two to the next NEPA Charity Cup. So It's not like you're going to just get a play mat. These are big prizes that you guys want to be entered in to win for, but we're going into the last initial joust here of this fourth quarter of this match. First touch on the disc goes to Ottawa Frost. First possession taking some time though, ends up in the hands of Crypt. Crypt looking for the clear and successfully doing so, but their stack overshooting it, resulting in Faster X picking up the disc, able to take some time and space backing out, looking for their teammate Super Buddy. Super Buddy now receiving the pass, looking to bait some defenders, get some open lanes here. Faster X with the disc, juking around a defender, sends a pass back over to Super Buddy on the bow tie. Just a little bit of monkey in the middle here. They know that the scoreboard is in their favor. The clock is not, though, with time on the clock. Results in time for the other team to score. A little bit of a scuffed pass, though, results in a turnover. Crypt with the disc now looking for the goal and making it for 3 points for the Charlotte Smoke.
Don't look now. We've got a 7-point match. We saw that lead stretched all the way out to 14 points, I believe, somewhere in the third quarter. Crypt getting the first goal here. The fourth, though, with that 3-pointer brings it back to within 7. 7 minutes still to go. Anyone's match.
It is anyone's match, and maybe a little bit of a bad call there by Ottawa Frost, as their plan to run the clock possibly did not work in their favor. A missed pass over from, I believe it was Super Buddy, resulting again in a turnover here. Crypt getting a really nice ender off with the disc. Goes for the long three. No! Crypt, that was dirty!
Oh, Crypt coming off the ender. Oh, what a shot from the near side tunnel there. Unbelievable. 46 meters out. We are back to a 4-point match. Do not go anywhere. This is amazing.
Ridiculous. What work coming in from Crypt. That is 2 3-pointers in just about, I would say, like a minute's worth of play, and Crypt causing 2 turnovers. Fantastic job by Crypt. Faster X with the disc, though, sends a pass down low to Pip. Pip under boot with 3 defenders on them, looking for their teammate Faster X, but the pass doesn't connect. Ooh, but Faster X picks Crypt's pocket and puts it in the goal for 2 points.
Oh, with such a momentum swing, it just really felt like the Smoke were about to take off. We've seen Faster X pull that off a few times today, though, coming either from the left or the right side, getting a juke off, getting a goal. Really important. 2 points right there, just to kind of stem the momentum a little bit, because the Smoke are figuring something out. I see you, Brian, in the chat. You're right. Smoke are bringing the pressure. They're disrupting the offense right now on the Ottawa Frost side. That's why they've got this thing down to 6 after being down 14 just over 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, absolutely. But Pip with the clear is able to pick up the disc, goes for the clear, but Katz is there to recover it. Katz looking for Dark. Dark able to pick up the pass after a bounce, but Pip picks the pocket. However, Crypt is there to stop the clear, sending a pass over to their teammate. Katz now driving goal, but a big stop from Faster X. Faster X losing this to Brainbot, but Faster X able to pick it back up and clear it out through the tunnel all the way into the Smoke end of the arena and in the bubble, picked up by Faster X on clock, juking around and getting it in the goal for 2 points.
Faster X 2 goals in a row now, both of them with a little bit of flair, really juking around the goal and getting them some points. They've stretched this thing back out to 8. Still plenty of time to play, but whatever the Smoke were doing to get the momentum they had in the first portion of this quarter, they need to regain that here fast and try and get this lead eaten into just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Katz with the disc, sending past to Crypt. Crypt over to Dark. Dark looking for their teammate, but not quite making it. Katz getting stunned out, losing the disc now. With the disc is Faster X. Faster X doing the same, though, getting stunned out. Crypt in the area to pick up the disc, but gets stunned out by Pip. Pip going for the long 3 and making it.
Making the 3 and stretching it back to 11 points. You got to think that hurts for the Smoke, just mental game-wise. They clawed their way all the way back to within 4 points and now find themselves back down 11 after a really nice 3-pointer there from Pip.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have a joust advantage coming for Charlotte. Smoke with the disc now is Katz. Katz on bow tie. Not too much pressure from that stack. They're looking for that second pass, and they do so successfully now in the hands of Faster X. Going for a bounce shot, but Katz collects it and clears it out through the mid of the arena, bouncing around the high trap area. Now in the hands of Dark. Dark going for the long 3, but off the post. Picked up by Sizzle now. Sizzle looking for the clear. Taken some funky bounces, unfortunately, but Pip able to get the stun out on the defender, picks up the disc, looks for the long 3, does not make it in. It is just underneath the goal, now cleared out by Charlotte Smoke, but Disc did not fully make it out of their end of the arena. However, Dark able to pick it up after a slap from Ottawa Frost. Looking at Cats in tunnel. Cats looking for the goal, but a low shot, unfortunately, picked up by Crypt. Crypt going for the goal, but Super Buddy with a big stop to keep their lead, and the stack from Ottawa Frost is able to pick up the disc. Faster X looking for a clear, but possibly off the head of their teammate there, unfortunately. Crypt going for the long three, but a stop again from Faster X. Faster X is able to pick up the disc and clear it out through tunnel into the hands of Super Buddy. Super Buddy looking for the long three, but not making it. It is high. Crypt with the disc now looking for the clear into tunnel, and it is successful. Now bouncing around the bottom of the arena. Crypt going for the goal again, but just off the post, able to be collected by Dark and put in the goal for 2 points.
Here in the last 2 minutes, both Dark and Crypt have hit the rim on 3-pointers. So out of a chance for 6 points, they're walking away with 2. Boy, what a difference that would make if they were sitting at 35 versus 31. Still 2 minutes to go, but they've got to start thinking, bring a lot of pressure, take a bunch of risk, and look for the 3-pointers if they can get it.
Absolutely. And now Super Buddy with the disc looking for their teammate. An opportunity now for Charlotte Smoke to get some points on the board. Dark underneath, Boot going for the goal and making it for 3 points. I think they're listening to your cast, Brutus.
Well, you know, I try to help out where I can. So they brought the pressure. They get the steal. They're able to get that one in. It's back to a 2-score game now, just a 6-point spread, still 90 seconds to play. Let's see if they can disrupt this joust advantage for the Ottawa Frost.
Absolutely. I would not say that they are out of time at this point. However, we all know here on NEPA, I am no mathematician. Faster X picks up the disc, going for the goal, but off shield and a defender in the area. So Brainbot picks it up, is looking for the clear through tunnel, but it's into the hands of Super Buddy, and Super Buddy into the goal for 3 more points for Ottawa Frost, and that is exactly what Charlotte Smoke did not need.
They did not need that. Yep, Juicy's out in the chat talking about the rule of 40 that Palador made popular last season. It might be a rule of 50 now, I'm not exactly sure, but it was at one point at least a rule of 40. Ottawa Frost, obviously the first ones to get their. Super Buddy putting that 3-pointer in. Still just a 3-score game with 45 seconds to play. Somebody called Dimwee. He has a fancy math chart, I think. He comes up with these quickly, but I think if we're not there, we're going to be at the point of no return here at any moment.
20 seconds a goal, so I believe. Faster X, though, putting the disc in the goal for 2 points for the Ottawa Frost. That may just be the icing here.
Yeah, it is coming out of the goal here. They're only going to have about 10 seconds left, so no way they're going to get multiple goals on that point. So Ottawa Frost definitely going to be walking away with this one. They're up 11 with 10 seconds to go. Let's see if we can get one more goal out of the Charlotte Smoke, grab a little bit of momentum to take to their debrief and into their next match.
And Super Buddy with the interception on the last pass. That was looking to goal. Congratulations to Ottawa Frost. Well played on both sides of the arena. All the teams playing until the buzzer. Fantastic match.
Yeah, fantastic match indeed. Hats off to both teams. Dark and Crypt both getting into double-digit scoring over on the Charlotte Smoke side, but just too much Ottawa, too much balanced team play across that team's lineup. Even after XA went out in the first quarter, you saw Pip jump in the second quarter. They did miss a beat. If anything, they picked up steam. Pardon the pun there as they're playing against the Smoke, but they picked up a little bit of steam there in the second quarter. We saw a couple of runs out of the Charlotte Smoke trying to get back into this one. They brought it back within 4 and made it a really exciting fourth quarter, but at the end of the day, just too much Frost to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. We did have some players drop, so we did lose some stats. But looking at the stats that we do have left, a continued even spread across the board from Ottawa Frost. A very, very, very well done job on team play coming over from Ottawa Frost. Like we were mentioning earlier, definitely a lot of great communication. You could tell that the entire team was on the same page. And the points and assist from everyone in the arena, which just goes to show that you have a team playing as a team. I love the assist line in the stat board.
Yeah, love that team play. If after the first quarter you asked me, you know, who the player of the match was going to be, I would have said Sizzle, because Sizzle absolutely lit up that first quarter. You see, he ended with only 8 points. So I think Sizzle had the first 5 points for the Ottawa Frost, if I remember right. Then they're just spreading the disc around. Pip jumps in the second quarter. Super Buddy jumps in the third quarter. Just really even play across the board. Really, really impressive. And I want to point out as well that Sizzle and Pip were getting it done at both ends of the arena. We were calling them out for saves, for defensive interceptions, but getting it done on the offensive side as well. So just well-rounded play by 4 players, and more importantly, 4 players playing as a team, spreading the disc around, using the space of the arena to get people in position for open shots, and really put this thing away, walking away with the 11-point victory.
Absolutely. And worth mentioning, if you're looking at the stat line here in front of you, Faster X in the fourth quarter was kind of exactly what you said, that every quarter someone had like a highlight. And I noticed a lot in the fourth quarter, Faster X with their stuns and turnover, or steals and turnovers. So the steals for Faster X at 7 is a ridiculous amount of great work there done by Faster X to get this steals the disc back and get some possession for their team.
And with that,
in the chat saying they were highlighted every round. You did phenomenal, Faster X. You are quite great.
All right. Well, never be too proud to lobby for oneself, especially when you know that the player of the match, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports, is coming up. Shameless plug for Faster X from Faster X. Nothing wrong with that. I like it. Queen, who do you see
Oh man,
is our Holtzauer player of the
first?
match? Well, I'm introing it, so I guess I can intro myself if you want, but
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I was doing a bunch of talking to give you time to think, because there's a lot of good stats on that board. I wish we could give it to the whole team, honestly, with the evenness of the play that we saw out of this team. Without being able to hear the comms and know kind of who was leading that charge, just being able to see the play in the arena, they all played phenomenal.
Yeah, and there's something to be said, like, well, a team can do phenomenal at someone calling the charge. You have to have a team that is trusting you enough to follow exactly what you're saying. So definitely, even if there's someone in charge, it takes an entire team to carry out the charge and carry it out well, and they did that very, very well. With that being said, though, talking about Faster X, if you asked me like second and third quarter, I probably would have said Pip as our player of the match. However, I'm leaning towards Faster X. Faster X just being a great example of teamwork and still being a really, really great player in the arena at the same time. And it's hard to find that balance. Putting 15 points on the board, 5 assists, 7 steals. Those are numbers that can't be matched. That means that Faster X not only put 15 points on the board, but was a direct placement for their team scoring 5 other times. So I am going to go with Faster X.
Oh, and I was so excited for our first Twitch vote. But we're not going to disagree because I'm right there with you, Queen. My first quarter MVP, if we did that, would be Sizzle. My second quarter MVP would be Pip. Super Buddy really got it done in the third quarter. We don't have the quarterly breakout of stats, but if I remember right, Faster X had like 9 or 10 points going into the fourth quarter, so kind of consistent scoring throughout the match. And then when we saw a run out of the Charlotte Smoke at the beginning of the fourth quarter, all of a sudden Faster X just puts the foot back on the gas, gets a couple of quick goals, like you said, made some great defensive stops, picks up a couple of those steals and a couple of those saves late, and what looked like it was going to come down to the wire when it was 4 points with about 4 minutes to play, all of a sudden gets stretched out to an 11-point lead. So Faster X kind of consistent throughout the game, and then when they absolutely had to stop the bleeding in the fourth quarter, Faster X steps up and gets it done and puts this one away. So I think an easy choice there. Again, hats off to all the players. Love those stat lines, love the even spread. But when we got to pick one, it's going to be Faster X walking away with the Holtzauer Player of the Match award for tonight. Great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to agree. Also worth noting was Faster X's, and I didn't say it before. I'm sorry, Jucifer, call me out all the time. You're great. The 3 saves and 49 stuns, they were leading in the stuns department. So just there's a special amount of stuns that allows your team space, and then there's stunning where you are no longer an asset to your team, you are just a dead body in the arena. But the Faster X found a really, really great balance of it and protecting goal for 3 saves. So definitely well done to Faster X, and congratulations over to Ottawa Frost.
Congratulations to the Frost. They're going to walk away with the first win of the evening, but we've still got 2 more matches to go. I expect more of the same excitement. This next match coming up is going to be the Daytona Tide against the Scranton Royals, coming up here at the top of the hour. Do not go far. Charge your glass, grab a snack, do what you need to do, and come back and check the Daytona versus Scranton match. We'll be back. Welcome back to NEPA TV's AAA coverage tonight. We had an awesome first match that saw the Ottawa Frost walk away with a victory over the Charlotte Smoke. We now get a chance to see the Daytona Tide, the Orlando Cyclones' own AAA squad, go up against the Scranton Royals. We should see another great match here. I am going to be joined once again by Queen in the booth, blessing us with the awesome play-by-play. Queen, welcome back to the production. Great first match. Looking forward to another second good one here.
Oh, the first one was so exciting, and I really, really hope that we see the same type of play here in this next one. Just a lot of back and forth and close games.
Yeah, back and forth was the name of the game in that first one. A near comeback brought it back within 4 points, and then ended up being an 11-point victory for the Ottawa Frost. But enough about that match. Let's get into this next match. We are going to see the Daytona Tide taking on the Scranton Royals. Taking a look at the arena, and if we can get the rosters up, that would be amazing. But we have got Goku, Voodoo. Hopefully there's lots of passing combinations between those two. Arch, Jack G, and Rip Red over on the Daytona Tide side. They will be playing in orange tonight. And then over on blue tonight, taking a look at our Scranton Royals, we've got Mistaki, Cool Whip. I think you might know her, Queen. Aiden, Babs, and Sprocky. So a couple of nice lineups there. We saw Cool Whip play a great pro effort last week when she got called up to the big leagues for the Kings. Very, very interesting to see what she's going to be able to do here tonight on the AAA side. Queen, what do you see here on these rosters, and what do you expect?
So, first thing is just knowing a little bit of the team's histories here. The Royals having quite a bit of a roster change coming first week of AAA. I would guess now by week 3 they've definitely got a little bit more of their grounds and their footing, and we're probably going to see a bit of a difference here coming from these Scranton Royals. Just because it takes a little bit of time to get that jive with your teammates. They didn't have that until late in the game. So I'm expecting to see the Scranton Royals kind of developing the image of who they are now in the arena. And then on the flip side there, looking over at I apologize. There it is. Daytona Tide. Thank you, Muted. Looking at Daytona Tide, those names on their roster are not names to be taken lightly. You've got Voodoo, Arch, Jack G, Rip Red, Goku. Rip Red is personally the only one that I don't know, and Rip Red, you can yell at me in DMs later that I'm sleeping on you if you pop off in this here match. But definitely players that are very skilled in the arena. Goku, I've seen, I think I've cast Goku twice now, and Goku has done a phenomenal job in the arena. So definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with for this week 3 matchup.
Yeah, indeed, and we're seeing some PDR players again. So going back to the draft list, this is not a full roster for either team that came out of the draft. So I always like to market that to the PDR viewers who are watching. Your opportunity to get into AAA and try and launch yourself into the Pro Series is right around the corner, and we're going to see that again here with a couple of subs on both of these teams coming off that PDR list. So super exciting stuff there, and looking forward to a really good match. Before we get to that, let's talk just a little bit about Easter eggs, because everybody loves a good Easter egg. A reminder to everyone that every commercial broadcasted during the AAA and the Pro Series will have NEPA-themed Easter eggs. Some are obvious and some are hidden, but everyone who can name the commercials when we release the sign-up form and what Easter eggs are in each one will be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash and more. So this is how you enter to win. Watch the matches. Write down the Easter eggs you saw and what commercial they were in, and save that when we open up the form. Get over to nepavrpro.com and sign up and fill that out to get in on this competition. We have had some great prizes and another opportunity here. And with that, it looks like we've got one team readied up. We're waiting on the other team to ready up. Action coming your way from the Daytona Tide, taking on the Scranton Royals. Cannot wait to get into another match. The first one was a great start to the night. We have got 3 full matches for you tonight. So after this, Do not go far. Stick around for more coverage as we see the Columbus Fire taking on the St. Charles Lions in our nightcap tonight.
Yeah, super excited for that one too. We've got a ton of new rosters here in the AAA series as teams are finding their footing, and it makes it super fun to watch the teams develop into who they are as a team. Because meta is ever changing. Meta can always be evolved. There can be new things that are discovered and brought to the plate. There can be old things that are recycled and done so well that it brings it back. But it definitely is an extremely fun thing to see the teams find their footings and find who they are in the arena.
And I just want to shout out to Juice here. I mean, giving us some credit. Queen, I feel like we rock it. I'm glad somebody in the Twitch chat recognizes.
Yeah, thanks, Juicefer. Juicefer is always there to support. And we are on the first initial joust here. First touch going to Daytona Tide. Jack G with the disc on the ceiling, able to maintain first possession there. Sends a pass down low to Rip Red. Rip Red on the floor, juking around a defender. Sends a pass over across the floor to Jack G. Jack G sending it back over to Rip Red, but Rip Red not able to get a hand on it. Goku almost able to collect the disc, but loose again. Now able to do so. Sends a pass over to Jack G on boot. Jack G looking for the goal, but off the head of a defender, picked up by Mistake. Mistake looking for the clear and does so successfully all the way down into the bubble with Stacks in the area, picks up the disc and dings it on the goal, unfortunately, but a teammate in the area, Babs, is able to recover. That's what teammates are for. On the floor, sends a pass to Aiden. Aiden going for the goal, but again off the head of a defender. Y'all, the disc is supposed to go in the goal, not off of someone's cranium. Picked up now by Jack G. Jack G on a double diamond sends a pass over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for the long shot and making it.
Voodoo using the cranium and the arm on that one. A minute in, we get our first goal, a three-pointer there. This is a mental game. The cranium cannot be understated in its importance.
That is so true. I have not talked about mental game this cast, and Muted can definitely say I do every single time by now. But we have a rollout here coming from Scranton Royals, looking for a long relay, but a bit of a scuffed pass results in a turnover. No one is back in goal. Rip Red now with the disc. Rip Red sending a pass all the way into the Scranton Royals bubble, picked up by Voodoo. Voodoo has someone in goal looking for a shot, but not able to get it off, but the clear was bad off a shield. Now it is good as their teammate picks it up and clears it out. The stack from Daytona Tide overshooting the disc, unfortunately, but able to be picked up by Babs from Scranton Royal. Sends a pass down low to Mistake. Mistake looking at an open goal and makes it for 3 points on the board. What a response.
Yeah, we talk about momentum as along with craniums in this game. You don't want to let too much momentum get going. That's a really nice answer there. So far, each team with 1 3-pointer. We're already 2.5 minutes into this match. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, trying to get their offensive set up. That time it's Mistake able to answer with a 3-pointer, get this thing tied back up with 5.5 to play in the first.
Absolutely, and we've got Jack G playing a little bit of a monkey in the middle there on the ceiling, but sends a pass down low to Rip Red in the trap. Rip Red looking for the goal, maybe, but Cool Whip is there and says not today. Picks up the disc and goes for the clear, able to get around the defenders and over to her teammate Aiden. Aiden looking for the clear. The stack from Daytona Tide just overshooting the disc. Oh, and Mistake with a big turnover here, able to pick it up, going for the goal, but the shot is wide and high. Babs able to recover the disc, now sending a high pass to Mistake, upside down, going for the goal and getting it in for 2 more points for the Scranton Royals.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Mistake making a great defensive play there, gets the stun, steals the disc, can't convert on the first one, but we see this Royals stick with the play. Mistake able to get the second one in. They've now taken their first lead of the match, up 5-3 with 4.5 to play.
Absolutely. Now Jack G with the disc does a little tipsy-turny, upside down, sends a pass over to Goku in the tunnel. Goku sending a pass across the arena to Rip Red. Rip Red with the disc now, waving it around, looking to have some magic here as they send a pass to Jack G. Jack G with the disc on Nugget, bouncing between Pack And now the floor looking for their teammate down low. Voodoo's able to receive the pass, sends it back over to Jack G and into the goal for 2 points.
Into the goal, working up off of the floor. It was a congested bubble, but Jack G able to find an avenue to get up and slam that one home for 2 points. Ties this thing back up at 5. Warning, Queen, be on your best behavior. Mother is here.
Motherboard. I'm always on my best behavior. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. I am actually an angel. And a big turnover here coming from Daytona Tide. That was totally false. I understand. I'm going to behave, I promise. Jack G now with the disc as his teammate slaps it backwards, and they're able to pick it up. Passes over to Rip Red. Rip Red up high to Voodoo. Voodoo down low to Jack G. Jack G over to Goku. Beautiful passing by Daytona Tide, confusing the goalie and the defenders. Quick passes, clean passes, and giving themselves points on the board.
And again, we see a congested bubble. All 8 players in there. Royals trying to do what they can on defense, and somehow the Daytona Tide string together 3 just very crisp and on-point passes there and set up that goal. Very well done by the Daytona Tide.
Yeah, and here we're seeing the Scranton Royals with a bit of a scuffed rollout, able to be recovered by Cool Whip with a slap as she was under some pressure there, but ultimately resulting in a turnover. So Goku does have the disc now, approaching fringe of bubble, going for the shot and making it.
Goku, nice 4-meter 2-point goal there. We talked about it in the first match, the even scoring that we saw across the Ottawa Frost lineup. We're starting to see that here early from the Daytona Tide. They're doing a great job of stringing together passes, finding the open person for the goal. We've got 2 for Jack, 3 for Voodoo, and 4 points now for Goku, so doing a good job of spreading the disc around.
And another struggle here from the Scranton Royals to get the disc past the mid on the offensive joust. Jack G approaching the goal with a break check goal.
Another goal there. 2 minutes to play. They have stretched this lead to 6 with 3 consecutive goals since we were tied up at 5. Scranton Royals got to find some kind of groove here. Let's see what they can do with the joust advantage. I hear you, Mother. You're here to party. Queen, we need to turn it up a notch. Mother's ready to party.
Oh, okay. I mean, you don't got to tell me twice. Y'all know me. Mistake with the disc. Oh, going for the long 3, but just off the top of the post. Now in the hands of Rip Red, under some pressure by Aiden, but Goku getting a great bodyguard off, able to get the almost clear out, but Jack G is there to pick it up after a bounce. Jack G on the station. Geo now on the wall, now in trap. Just looking to give their team time to get over to that end of the arena, possibly burn the clock here. They're looking to get the Scranton Royals defense pulled out of the bubble so that they bite to this, and they do as Mastaki pushes forward all the way into the mid of the arena. Out of the play, Jack G sends the pass, now looking for their teammate, but it is missed. Rip Red is able to recover off of a bounce, sending a back pass over to Jack G. Jack G on the ceiling, still with pressure from Mastake, sends a pass over to Rip Red. Rip Red upside down on the wall, under pressure, sends a pass over to Jack G. Again, they are playing monkey in the middle to burn this clock. They know the lead is in their advantage. They want to pull the Scranton Royals out, and here's the drive for bubble. Jack G going in, but a save from Babs, and a clear stuck in the dead zone, which is the bottom of the trap there, but able to be picked up by Babs after a great leech and fully cleared out into their zone. Now with the disc is Mistake. Mistake in the trench of the arena, under pressure there by Jack G, looking for their teammate, but the pass is intercepted by Voodoo and cleared out into the mid of the arena with 6 seconds on the clock. It's picked up by Jack G. Jack G to Rip Red on the ceiling. Rip Red down over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for the goal and missing. That is the end of our first quarter here. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
For those looking to claim this week's POAP, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT and fill out that POAP claim form. In order to complete the form, you will need the secret password, which this week is Dallas Knights. The deadline to submit the form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 26th. So maybe at halftime, I don't think you got time right now. Maybe at halftime, get over to nepavrpro.com/NFT, get that filled out, and then get right back. Because so far, we're seeing a really good match here. Really liked what I saw at the end of the first quarter there. We saw a flurry of activity there, Queen, as both teams had opportunities to score with less than 30 seconds, but neither team walking away with points leaves this as a 6-point advantage for the Daytona Tide heading into the second quarter.
Yeah, and we're seeing right now Scranton Royals struggle when they have the offensive joust advantage, struggle to get the disc past midfield. They're getting it stolen almost every rollout or scuffing the rollout. So definitely gonna need to make some adjustments on the Scranton Royals side to capitalize on those moments and get points on the board.
Indeed, and looks like we had a player fall out. Looks like Rip Red is out, and with that, Cool Whip finding her way onto the board, getting a 3-pointer there to open up the scoring and bring it back within 3, just 7 seconds here into the second quarter. Really nice goal there.
Very nicely done, Cool Whip, and I'm not partial at all, but that was so great. And with the joust advantage now is Daytona Tide. Jack G doing a little bit of a flip to get on the ceiling here again with some pressure there. That offensive stack not looking to get close enough to get stunned, but close enough to force a bad pass, and they do so successfully now in the hands of Mistake. Mistake under some pressure with a defender in the area, sends a pass down low to Babs. Babs looking on the back line for Mistake again. Jack G causing that pressure though. A pass over to Aiden, and Aiden into the goal for 2 points. And just like that, the Royals are only down by 1.
Down by 6 at the end of the quarter. We're just a minute into play, and they've brought it back to within 1 after that 3 from Cool Whip earlier. Now Aiden with another 2. We've got an 11-10 game here. Really like the momentum that the Scranton Royals are finding. Let's see if Mistake continues to keep up that midfield pressure. I think that was effective at the end of the first quarter to try and slow down the Daytona Tide attack just a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on them. Let's see if they continue with that strategy.
Absolutely. And the adjustment coming in from Scranton Royals, pushing that aggressive stack forward, definitely was able to capitalize on those moments here, cause some turnovers. They're looking to do it again, but will they do so successfully is the question. As they get back to bubble now, Jack G with the disc sending a pass down low to Arch. Arch on the floor, juking around, sends a pass over to Voodoo on the shoulder. Voodoo to Jack G underneath the goal and slam dunks it in for 2 points.
And Jack G now with 6 on the board, all 3 being inside the bubble, a congested bubble, finding a juke, finding a move to get the scoring lane, and then able to capitalize. He's now got 6 of Tide's 13 points.
And with the rollout here is Scranton Royals sending a pass over to Mistake was Babs. Mistake looking for Aiden, but the pass not connecting now, resulting in a turnover. Rip Red picks up the disc, sends a pass to Jack G. Jack G looking at the open goal, but bounces it off a shield. Who put that there? Able to collect the disc is Rip Red. Rip Red sending a pass up high over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking at an open goal, but off the post. Unfortunately, the goalie is back now. Voodoo with the disc again. Loses a hand on it, though. Now in the hands of Babs. Sends a clear out and all the way through with stacks in the area. Aiden with the disc going for the long 3 just off the rim after a bounce picked up by Rip Red and cleared out into the high trap area. But Babs in the area able to recover the disc. Sends a slap pass to their teammate, but takes an unfortunate bounce. Now slapped into the Royals zone with no Royals in the area and an open goal, but missed by Goku. Collected again by Rip Red for a second try, passing over to Jack G on the wall. Now on the floor, Jack G looking at the goal and bringing it in for 2 points.
Jack G with a hot hand finally finds the back of the net. We saw 3 missed threes in a row there with the 2 teams combined. A couple of dingers on those. At the end of the day, it's Jack G getting it done for 2, stretching the lead back out to 5, 4.5 to play here in the half.
With the disc now is Babs. Babs looking to send a pass over to Aiden in the tunnel. Aiden crossing the arena over to Mistake. Mistake with the disc, not too much pressure in front or behind, but there comes Voodoo. Voodoo causing the pressure, forcing a quick shot that's high from the post. Aiden able to get a slap off, looking for their teammate, but it's into the hands of Voodoo. Voodoo clearing the disc down the mid of the arena with stacks in the zone. No Royals are back. Now they are, and everyone overshoots the disc, resulting in Aiden able to pick it up and clear it out through the arena, bouncing in the high trench area around Cloud. We've got some overshooting stacks that happen, but Jack G is able to get a hand on the disc with some pressure there from the Scranton Royals. Sends a pass to Rip Red. Rip Red looking for the goal, maybe, but a bad shot. It's high. Aiden's able to recover it. Looks for the high clear, but it does take a bounce again. Now in the hands of Jack G. Again, there is a goalie home looking for their teammate, but another missed pass. A lot of ping-ponging happening around in the arena. Mistake is able to get a quick throw off there with the Royals in the bubble there. Oh, Cool Whip putting it in for 2 points for the Royals. Almost there, Royals. You are now only down by 3.
Cool Whip gets another one on the board. Love to see that. Now 5 points for Cool Whip. Mistake also with 5. Jack G leading all scores with 8. A 3-point match with 3 minutes to go in the half. We've got an exciting one here. We've got a joust advantage rolling out for the Daytona Tide as they are patiently setting up their offense, trying to spread out the arena. The aggressive midfield defense of the Scranton Royals is definitely having effect right now.
Ooh, and an open goal look is missed by the Daytona Tide. That would have been a great opportunity for them, but they're able to recollect the disc. Jack G now on the back line, again looking to draw out those defenders. The stack not getting stunned out in the process, though. Oh, with the disc is Voodoo. Voodoo, after a little bit of maneuvering, able to get the points on the board for 2 more points for Daytona Tide.
2 points on the board. We are seeing that aggressive 2-stack defense a little bit now out of the Scranton Royals. It is leaving an open goal. There was an open 3 miss there, dinged off of the frame once again. If the Royals are going to continue with that aggressive 2-stack defense, Daytona Tide are going to have to capitalize on those open netters.
Yeah, absolutely. Scranton Royals doing a great job making those adjustments that we were talking about, switching over to that 2-stack. It is definitely working in their favor as they get more points on the board. And here with a long clear all the way into the bubble, stacks in the area, picked up by Babs. Babs looking at an open goal now with 1 in the area. Oh, and the big pick from Rip Red, looking for the clear. It is in the hands of Jack G after a bit of bouncing, looking for the goal and a long shot, and they make it. 3 more points on the board for Daytona Tide.
What a swing there. Royals with a 3v1, and somehow Rip Red able to pick the pocket and get that one cleared out. Sets up that 3-pointer in a stretch to an 8-point lead now for the Daytona Tide. What a great individual effort by Rip Red there to make essentially a 5-point swing by denying the 2 and then setting up Voodoo for the 3.
Absolutely, and Aiden getting stunned just before they can get a hand on the disc. Now in the possession of Daytona Tide, sending a long clear into the bubble, and what a happy accident! Jack G getting the 3-pointer off of a bounce off a shield.
Well, the bank initially was not open, but the second bank off a shield was indeed open as Jack G finds that improbable 3-pointer there, stretches this all the way out to a 9-point lead. It does not feel like a 9-point match. We've still got 40 seconds to play. An important possession here, I would think, from a momentum standpoint for the Royals.
Definitely an important possession, but unfortunately another scuffed rollout from Scranton Royals. They're going to have to get those down. Almost a mail slot. Just off the mark there from the Scranton Royals. Now in the hands of Jack G. Jack G looking high, but Babs is there and says no. Possibly looking for a long shot, but does not make it. Scranton Royals definitely at this point do not need to rely on those Hail Mary plays. They can take their time and get those open lanes. Cool Whip able to recover the disc after a clear, sends a back pass over to Babs in the goal. Babs sending the disc down, just stopping another score from the Daytona Tide, and that is the end of our second quarter here. Scranton Royals still have time to bring themselves back, so don't you guys go anywhere. We will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet.
Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
All season long, NEPA will be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to live broadcasts and fills out the claim form with the secret password. The form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. Each week, we'll be highlighting a different franchise as the POAP logo. Show up each week, and you can collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit this week is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 26th, and that all-important secret password is Dallas Knights. So get over to vrpro.com, fill it out. Dallas Knights is your password. Get your POAP, collect all 16, and have chances to unlock rewards. What a great first half that we had there as we bring you back to our halftime report, which is brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. What a treat we have been in all night long. Queen, we are seeing some great play right now. A little bit more great play out of the Daytona Tide, who found a little bit of a run there in the second quarter, stretching this out to an 11-point lead. It sure felt closer than that, but the Scranton Royals just having a little bit of trouble with their rollouts, not really getting into their offense. And with the aggressive defense, they're bringing two-stack defense at times, leaving some empty goals for the Daytona Tide to capitalize on.
Yeah, and it definitely worth noting is that Scranton Royals did a fantastic job making the adjustment that they did. So they adjusted. They went to a two-stack. The first quarter, we did not see too much of that aggressive two-stack or them pushing the QB. And they did make changes that worked in their favor. However, losing a little bit of momentum there in that second quarter, and if I were to say anything at all, Scranton Royals, if you can hear me, shut down Jack G. Speaking of Jack G, it is his birthday, so be kind to him and tell him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jack G. But on the flip side, Scranton Royals shut down Jack G with 14 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 1 steal on the board. He is carrying right now. It does take a team effort, but what it looks like in terms of stat boards, at least Jack G is on fire. If you want to stop the point deficit, stop Jack G.
No better way to celebrate your birthday than popping off for 14 points in the first half and walking away with an 11-point lead. So well done there. I'll save the singing on air, but if the chat wants to put together a happy birthday sing-along, that sounds good to me. Playing really, really well. Jack G, like what he's done in a congested bubble, even when they're bringing all 4 players back on defense for the Royals, Jack G has found ways to get inside the bubble and find a shooting lane. He's had several very effective 2-pointers close into the goal, even when that bubble is highly congested. So really like what Jack G is doing over there. Over on the other side, Mistake, Cool Whip, doing a lot of good things, bringing that pressure. I like what they're doing as far as being aggressive on defense. But when you do that, you've got to keep the points coming on the board because you're going to open up your goal to some open shots, and Daytona Tide has been able to capitalize on that. If you're not scoring on your end, i.e. taking that aggressive defense and turning it into points, then you're going to find yourself slowly falling behind. And I think that's what we saw going through the second quarter, as after a close first quarter, we saw Daytona Tide kind of open things up.
Yeah, absolutely. Daytona Tide definitely figuring out how to maneuver around the Royals. And like we said, just big clutch moves coming in from Jack G. Definitely a little bit of birthday luck there, but as the fantastic mind that is Rox Titan will say, is that luck still takes skill. So fantastic job by Jack G. It does look like we are going into the initial joust of this third quarter. 8 minutes on the clock and 5 seconds to go. First touch on the disc is over to the Daytona Tide, and first possession maintaining the same with stacks in the area. Goku on the floor in bubble already. Sends a up cut pass, but Mistake stops it with a pickpocket as Rip Red looking for the goal, but it was a missed shot. Cool Whip with the leech, able to pick up the disc, send out a clear into the Daytona Tide, end of the arena up high. Ooh, the stack just losing their handlings on one another, now able to be picked up by Jack G. Jack G over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for the clear with Rip Red in the area after, I think it was a potential leech, but the disc taking an interesting turnaround there, but bounces back in the hands of Jack G after being in the Daytona Tide area after a bounce. A pass over to Rip Red, just doing some movement around the arena to see where their teammates are. Sends a back pass over to Voodoo. Voodoo at the top of the mid of the arena sends a pass down low to Rip Red. Rip Red with some pressure from Babs in the trap. Sends a back pass over to Voodoo. Voodoo getting pressure by Mistake, but able to get a pass off. Now the disc is in the hands of Rip Red. Rip Red looking over to Goku. Goku getting stunned out, but not able to get the disc. Now in the hands of Rip Red with no one in the goal and into the goal for 2 points.
Yeah, really nice move there, using the post to get himself in a position as Rip Red, able to score that 2-pointer there. Really like right now what Daytona Tide is doing, using the space of the arena to try and negate the aggressive style of defense that the Royals are trying to bring. They're being patient, they're using reset passes when they have to, and they're staying very spaced out to try and take away the speed of the stack on the defensive side for the Royals.
Absolutely, and Cool Whip with the disc now approaching fringe of bubble, but does send a back pass to Babs. Babs looking down low for Aiden. Aiden just under boot, but under a little bit of pressure there, pulling out a defender, looking to create some space and lane. Sends a pass over to Mistake on the floor. Mistake over to Cool Whip, and Cool Whip into the goal for 2 points.
Cool Whip getting on the board again. Goku tries to get a hand on that one, but just not in time. Able to get 2 points on the board. Really an important score there. Still plenty of time to play. 6 minutes to go here in the third. 14 minutes overall. They're still within 11 points, but again, from a momentum standpoint, that's an important goal there to kind of show that they can still get points on the board. Use that aggressive defense to create scoring opportunities.
Very nicely done indeed by Scranton Royals. Now with the disc is Daytona Tide. Rip Red on almost down on the floor, but on the diamond. Geo sends pass up high to, I think that was Jack G. I apologize. But the attempted long shot into goal does not make it. It is off the rim. The clear is not good. Scranton Royals able to get a hand on it, but mishandling the disc and losing it. Jack G with it now, sending a back pass over to Voodoo in the tunnel. Voodoo down low to Rip Red on the floor, backing out a little bit, but sending a cross pass over to Goku. Goku sending a back pass to Voodoo. Voodoo on the star. Geo there. A little bit of head bonkers from their defenders, picked up by the Royals and cleared out all the way into their bubble. We've seen this play out before. Will the Royals get there first? The stacks are there in the hands of Mistake. The first one was not good, but they're able to pick it back up and put it into the goal for 2 points.
Yeah, nice self-pass there, using a rim to set Mistake up for the 2-pointer. No, that was a 3-point shot, just dinged off, but you stay with the play, you collect the disc, and you still get 2 points here. You close it up to a 9-point lead with still over half of the third quarter to play.
Absolutely, and still the fourth, that aggressive stack coming in from Scranton Royals, not close enough to get stunned, but forcing some passes here. Ooh, and a double stack, an aggressive double stack coming out from Scranton Royals, but the Daytona Tide do a great job navigating around them, passing and, just not giving into that pressure. Rip Red sending a pass down low to Jack G. They are approaching bubble with only one defender in the goal. Over to Voodoo, Voodoo to Goku, Goku over to Rip Red, and into the goal for 2 points. A little bit too aggressive from the Scranton Royals maybe on that play.
And hats off to the Daytona Tide. You slow down that double stack by spreading out the arena, and they are doing a good job of getting players on both sides of the arena while keeping somebody in position for a back pass. They're being patient with their offense. They're not sitting on a lead, don't mistake it. They're just being patient, and they're realizing the aggressive play that they're up against, and they're maximizing their advantage against that by spreading out the arena and taking advantage of all the space out there.
Absolutely. Cool Whip looking for their teammate Aiden, able to recover the disc after a bounce, sends a pass down low to Cool Whip again. Cool Whip approaching fringe of bubble with a defender on her, sends a pass across to Babs. Babs on the shield, maybe a miscommunication there, but Babs is able to pick it back up, sends a high pass to Mistake. Mistake looking for the goal, but a big stop there from Goku, able to be recovered by the Royals. An attempted shot again from Mistake is stopped and now picked up by Rip Red and cleared out through the mid of the arena with players in the area. Jack G picks up the disc. Ooh, looking for the goal, but the big save, I believe that was Babs. Yell at me later if I'm wrong, please, because that was dope. Aiden able to get the slap off, now bouncing around in the bottom trench. Looking for the clear was Daytona Tide, but it was bouncing around, unfortunately, around some Geo's. Cool Whip with the disc now approaching Fringe of Bubble, sends a pass over to Mistake. Ooh, Mistake looking for the goal, but missing again. Picked up now by Jack G on the ceiling, inverted, sending a clear out. Taking a little bit of a bounce there, going down low, both stacks overshooting. So now in the hands of Cool Whip. Cool Whip able to get the clear out all the way down into the Scranton Royals end of the, Daytona Tide end of the bubble. Picked up by Babs after overshooting the disc, able to get a back pass over to Mistake. Mistake juking around, doing some crazy movements, looking for their teammate Aiden on the clock. Aiden able to get it in the goal for 2 points.
Jack G tries to get a mid on it, not in time. Good, persistent, and just tenacious offense there. They brought the house, all 4 players putting themselves in position. Mistake with the disc, looking for opportunities to score, but saw an additional pass would give them a better opportunity. They see it pay off here with 90 seconds left to play. They're still within 3 scores.
Absolutely, and more than enough time on the clock considering we have a whole 4th quarter. Jazz in chat asking, who is Goku? If I remember correctly from last week, Goku has been renamed from a player, but I do not remember who it is. Muted, if you remember, let me know. But I believe Goku is renamed from someone that we know in the community. With the disc now is Voodoo sending a pass down low to Rip Red. Rip Red under some pressure, gets a mishandling on the disc, but is able to pick it back up, decides to slow things down. Gets the pass over to Voodoo on the back line. Voodoo pressing up, sends a pass high to Rip Red. Rip Red on the shoulder looking to drive goal. Oh, just kidding. Sends a pass down low to Goku after not having a good look, and then back up to Jack G and into the goal for 2 points.
And we've seen it all game long. Jack G's ability to maneuver in a congested bubble and turn it into points. That's at least 8, if not 10 points now on congested bubble 2-pointers. Stretching this back to 11 points. We've still got 30 seconds left. Another joust advantage. Let's see if the Royals can get this off cleanly.
Babs sending a quick pass to Mistake in the tunnel. Mistake getting the disc lost, unfortunately, some way, shape, or form. The Daytona Tide were able to pick it up. Babs, though, in the area after the clear, able to recover it, sending the clear out. A little bit of an unfortunate bounce there as their teammate is not able to get the disc. So it's in the hands of Goku. Goku back over to Rip Red, just buying time. And that is the end of this 3rd quarter. We will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
NEPA is going Web3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that will be conducted throughout the season. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We have got some great stuff planned. You do not want to miss out. After the match, get over to nepavrpro.com/NFT and claim yours now. With that, we are back. We are getting ready for a 4th quarter. It is an 11-point spread. This is eerily similar to the first match, which we saw quickly close to a 4-point spread when we got back to the action in the 4th quarter. Let's see if the Scranton Royals can find a little bit of magic here and start to close this one down. Still 8 minutes to play. Any team's match. Here we go. 4th quarter underway.
First touch on disc for the first time going to the Scranton Royals, able to maintain that possession after a little bit of a scuffle. Cool Up with the disc now, sending a cross pass over to Mistake, and Mistake into the goal for 2 points. Very beautifully done, Scranton Royals.
Mistake with another 2 points there, brings it up to 9 for the game. And an all-important goal there brings it back to a 3-score game just 30 seconds into the quarter. Really nice play there out of the Royals. They're now at a joust disadvantage. Let's see if they bring that 2-stack aggressive defense again.
Ooh. Sending out a 1-2-1, almost successfully creating a ton of pressure was the Scranton Royals there. The stack is together. Ooh, but they're broken apart. Goku with the disc now, not under too much pressure. Just kidding. Mistake stuns him out and steals the disc, able to get the clear out through the arena, bouncing around in the trap area with Goku in the area. Goku is able to recover the disc, looking across the arena for Jack G. Jack G looking at an open goal now, but passes over to Voodoo. Voodoo back over to Jack G. Jack G driving goal with the dunk for 2 points.
I mean, I can just keep saying the same thing over and over again if that's what the viewers want to hear, but Jack G's ability to maneuver in the bubble is just on display on his birthday. Loving this. He's now up to 18 points. At least 10 of those are contested 2-pointers inside the bubble, and he's finding a way to get at the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic movement from Jack G for sure. Another scuffed rollout here from the Scranton Royals, unfortunately, but they are able to maintain the possession this time. Mistake picks up the... No, I thought that was going in. Mistake picks up the disc, able to send a clear. Babs stunning out their defender with an open goal now. Slam dunks it in for 2 points.
An important 2 points there. Again, Jack G able to get the goal on the other end of the arena. Babs, it's important to get an answer there and able to make a great individual effort there. Slam that one home for another 2 points. Still 6 minutes to play in a 3-score match. Let's see if we can string a couple of goals together here for the Royals to close this up.
Jack G on the ceiling here. We got the 1-2-1 coming out from the Scranton Royals again. That meaning they send out a chain and launch forward one defender with a chain in the area towards a little bit more towards the mid of the arena, but the first player going for that QB, trying to force a bad pass here. But with that, Daytona Tide does not bite to it, but the stack doing work, able to get a turnover, but quickly their pocket is picked now in the hands of Jack G. Again, Jack G sending a high pass over to Goku on the ceiling, looking at an open goal. Just kidding, goalie's back in. Goku still getting the points on the board for Daytona Tide. This team is doing a beautiful job getting the disc under control and passing it up the arena.
They sure are, and again, they're using space to their advantage, trying to negate that double stack defense, and doing a really nice job there as Jack G is able to feed Goku to get another 2-point stretch this back to an 11-point lead.
And a missed pass here from the Scranton Royals is exactly what they did not need, as the disc is now in the hands of Goku. Goku on the wall with 2 defenders in front of them. Not stacked together, though, unfortunately. Passes over to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for their teammate down low, but the pass doesn't connect. Goalie is pulled out of the goal, trying to recover that disc off of the bounce. Unfortunately, Jack G was able to get there first and put it in the goal for 2 points.
Jack G's like, wow, an uncontested goal. I can just shoot this straight in. Sounds good to me. He capitalizes, stretches it out to 13 points, still 14 minutes to play, but the Royals can ill afford to have another scuffed rollout here with the joust advantage.
Absolutely, could not agree more, Brutus. We had Babs with the disc sending pass over to Aiden in the tunnel. Aiden now with the disc looking for their teammate, but again, a missed pass. They're going to have to clean these up if they want to get these points on the board. Bouncing around in the high mid of the arena, Jack G is able to recover the disc. Stacks are going home for the Royals. Mistake giving a little bit of pressure there to Jack G, forcing a pass down low to Goku. Goku up high again to Rip Red. Rip Red looking for the goal, but just off the post. The clear is not quite good or out of the area yet, so Rip Red able to get a hand back on it, on the almost on the ceiling there, looking to juke around the stack, sends a pass over to Goku. Goku getting some pressure there, looking for a pass off, but the pass is not good. The stacks from the Scranton Royals are not together. They broke apart, unfortunately, but everyone overshooting the disc. Rip Red getting a great stun off there on the Scranton Royals, able to pick up the disc, send a pass to Goku. Goku up high to Jack G. Jack G looking for the bounce, but Babs with a save here. Goku able to recover the clear. Looking for the goal. Maybe that was a pass. Maybe that was a calculated bounce pass from Rip Red over to Boot. If it was, kudos to them, because what a great maneuvering and resulting in 2 more points on the board for them.
Another 2 points and now a 15-point lead. We're under 3 minutes to go. Royals right on the cusp. They got the last joust all the way down to the orange bubble, but then had a missed pass that turned into 2 more points now for the Daytona Tide. Just not able to string together enough passes. This is normally the point where I'd say you've got to get aggressive on defense, but the Royals have been doing that for the last 3 quarters anyway. They've just got to be more effective on the offensive side.
Yeah, absolutely capitalizing on those moments. But we are definitely seeing Daytona Tide with a bit of a fire under them, specifically Jack G. I think he wants a birthday win here. But with the headbutt is Cool Whip, however, not able to pick up the disc. Aiden able to get it back, sending a pass over to Mistake. Mistake looking for the goal again. So close, but stopped by Goku. Goku under pressure, looking for a teammate, so the pass takes a bad bounce now in the hands of Mistake. Mistake almost looking at an open goal, but off the nest area, getting stunned out is Cool Whip as she approaches goal. The clear comes in from Daytona Tide through the mid of the arena, picked up by Voodoo. Voodoo looking for a clear, I think that was, over to Rip Red, and Rip Red is able to receive it, looking at an open goal and put 3 points on the board for Daytona Tide.
Another 3 points. Jack G leading away with 20, but you've got Voodoo with 5, Rip Red now with 9, Goku with another 6. So just a solid overall team effort here. We're inside of 90 seconds to go. They've stretched this all the way out to 18 points. Jucifer, you'll be happy. They've reached 40. There it is.
Jucifer, the 40 mark win match rule wins again. I think that's actually been on every cast that I've been on this season, Brutus, so it might still be true here until someone proves us wrong. Jack G with the disc, sending pass over to Voodoo. Voodoo approaching fringe of bubble, getting around 3 defenders, gets the pass off to Rip Red, and Rip Red into the goal for 2 points.
Love it that both of these teams are playing to the wire. Daytona Tide really have a groove going now. No problem at all with the aggressive tact that the Royals are taking. They're going to continue to learn. They've got another joust here. It's been a struggle for them tonight, so really looking to kind of get some momentum going to the next match here. They get a clean pass over to the far side and then cross it over to Aiden, who's now going to work it up the middle. So stringing together some passes, I think this is what they need to build off of into their next match.
Absolutely. That play is what they needed this entire match. That 3-pointer from Jack G again. Happy birthday, birthday boy, with 8 seconds left on the clock, scoring another 3. But definitely that adjustment there, that's what they needed that whole game, those clean passes. A lot of missed passes or scuffed rollouts resulting in those turnovers definitely did not work in their favor, but it seemed at the end of that they started to kind of pick up their momentum there, so hopefully they can learn from this and take that into their match next week and get some of that practice in.
And why wouldn't we end the match on a Jack G 3-pointer who's been getting it done inside the bubble with moves left and right all match long, and he closes it out with a long 3-pointer. Yeah, it turns out the sugar rush from Birthday Cake carries over into the arena because Jack G really brought it tonight.
Jack G did bring it tonight. And you know, there was someone in chat earlier who said that we are not supposed to just give the player of the match over to Jack G, and I know I'm rushing it here. We did not talk about that yet. But I kind of think Jack G earned it looking at their stat line.
Yeah. Chat, tell me why we shouldn't give it to Jack G. Find me a stat there that says this shouldn't go to Jack G, and I will consider your argument. Shaw, I do think the Tide had a great game. You're welcome.
I don't know. I'm curious if we're going to have contesters here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we've had a more obvious choice for player of the match in quite some time. Oh, only 23 stunts. There you go, Jucifer. Yeah. We're really reaching here. Only 23 stunts. Boy, Jack G, go back, get better.
Arch, he's MVP, consistent. Yes, Arch is very consistent in the lobby or in the locker room with their donuts. Arch, a phenomenal job. But let's be real, sometimes it really does make a difference. Like, being the player that's in tunnel is not a shot at you as a player. Like, reality is you can do so much for your team's mental game in the tunnel because you're not in the heat of the game. You don't need to get frustrated at mistakes because you're in the tunnel, and you have the ability to literally shift the atmosphere for your team when they start start to get in their head because you're not there. You're able to just be the encouragement. So Arch, great consistent zeros, but also I have to say, having a teammate in tunnel like that just like someone who knows you, knows how to break your bad mental cycle, whether it be a stupid dad joke or, you know, saying something random, is a benefit for a team. So if you're the 5th in the tunnel, don't feel bad. Learn your team, learn how to make them break their cycles of bad mental habits.
Yes, indeed. But with that, we are going to jump right to our Holtzhauer player of the match, the most obvious choice we've ever had. There will be no vote. It is unanimous. Jack G, birthday boy, gets a Stuntman trophy to put on his mantle for winning the Holtzhauer player of the match. Congratulations to you, Jack G. Very great game. Both of these teams, GG's all around. Mistake, Cool Whip, Aiden. I love the aggressive dual defensive stack. They tried. They did what they thought could work to try and disrupt things. Couldn't get things done on the offensive end, and at the end of the day, just too much Daytona Tide overwhelms the Scranton Royals. So a great, great match there. This is only our second of 3 matches tonight, so viewers, chat, do not go far. Charge your glass, grab a snack, do what you need to do, because the Columbus Fire are going to be taking on the St. Charles St. Charles Lions when we get back at the top of the hour. With that, we'll be right back. Welcome back to NEPA TV's Tuesday coverage of AAA action. We have seen two great matches so far that have seen the Ottawa Frost defeat the Charlotte Smoke and the Daytona Tide defeat the Scranton Royals. If you're keeping track of colors, that's 2 for 2 for orange teams tonight. Could spell good things for the Columbus Fire. Will be showing up in orange here in just a minute, taking on the St. Charles Lions. I am joined for this third match, like I have been all night, by Queen. Queen, welcome back.
Hello. Pleasure to be here with you.
Before we get into this third match, I need to touch on a really important point, and I'm going to have a Dimwee moment. You know how Dimwee just kind of faces up to the camera and he has an important moment in broadcasting history? I think we just uncovered something there at the end of that match. One, congratulations, Jack G. You won the player of the match. Brought to you by Holtzauer. I had just connected two dots that had not previously occurred to me, and I'm picking up on what's going on in chat here. It is true that Stuntman, the greatest commercial we've ever aired, is Holtzauer. That is one and the same. So we're talking about trophies. If you're in the Twitch chat and you have skills, I need a digital, maybe 3D, maybe it looks like VR, I don't know. I need a VR trophy to award the player of the match, and it has to be Stuntman. I can't do it. I got no skills. If you can do that, reach out. Let somebody smart like the Focus or Muted know that you can do such a thing, but I would love to be able to hand out a Stuntman trophy. Who is a Queen? Back me up. Is it MTV Music? They do the Moon Man? I need a Stuntman.
MTV Music does the Moon Man. They do.
I need a Stuntman on NEPA TV so that when we award the player of the match, I've got a trophy. Somebody help me out. This needs to happen.
Has to happen. I do.
I digress. This
Motherboard is also agreeing in chat and saying yes.
This touching Dimwee-esque message to the people brought to you by Brutus. Somebody who has skills, make it happen so I can give out a virtual trophy to our player of the match. I want this. If you can make it happen by the end of the next match between the Columbus Fire and the St. Louis and the St. Charles Lions, great. If not, let's get it sooner rather than later because I love the idea. Stuntman, let's go. Queen, I've digressed enough. Let's talk about the matchup tonight and who we've got on these two fantastic rosters.
So over on Columbus Fire, we have Rev, Burnsy, Link One, It's YOLO Man, and Moonface. And over on the blue end of the arena, we do have the St. Charles Lions. We've got Wiggles, Arrow Knight, Sir Captain Spoon, Crispy, and Risen. Personally, I'm kind of excited because I have a lot of my friends in the arena currently, a lot of people that I love to personally play with. Link One, It's YOLO Man is a fantastic player and a great human. Wiggles, Arrow Knight, Sir Captain Spoon, Crispy, just a ton of people that I know and have personally played with, and it makes it super exciting to watch this match.
As if the match wasn't exciting enough, love to have those personal connections. I know many of our viewers do as well. That's why you're tuning in. What's jumping out to me is, one, Moonface has been popping off for the Austin Burners. He is playing at the highest of levels. He has been not only a participant in the Austin Burners Pro roster, he has been actively involved and at times a leader for that squad, so playing at a really high level. And then we see Crispy over on the blue side, again, somebody, a familiar face that you see in the Pro Series. For those not familiar with this year's format, it is a fluid roster between 4 pros and 5 AAAs who sub back and forth for each other. If you don't realize yet that AAA players are just pro players and waiting for their opportunity to sub in on their pro roster, start to figure that out, because these AAA players are absolutely playing at a level that deserves to be at the pros. We just don't have enough pro teams yet to get them all rostered. So they're on the AAAs, they're waiting for their opportunity, they're waiting for the injury or the scheduling conflict that keeps a pro player off of the roster. They're often subbing in as that 5th player in the spawn room, waiting to sub in for their pro teams, but the quality of play is there for each and every one of these. And yeah, these are a couple of star-studded rosters who I can't wait to see face off. Really, really good action. coming your way, I am sure. Before we get to that, though, we got to pay some bills. We got to do a little bit of marketing. So we are going to jump into our commercials because that's how we pay the bills. Because great people like Stuntman believe that we should be bringing these broadcasts to you. And the way we are going to engage you into that is by every commercial we broadcast during AAA and Pro Series, we are going to have NEPA-themed Easter eggs. You have to do something with those Easter eggs, and there's reason for you to do it. Here's the deal. Some are obvious, some are not. You've got to find them. You've got to take a note. What did you see that was the Easter egg, and what commercial did you see it in? Then we're going to put out a form that you can go fill out and have a chance to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 in cash. This is how you enter to win. You watch the matches, you write down the Easter eggs, you write down what commercial you saw it in, and when we open up the competition, you go fill the form out, and you're going to be entered to win that $250 gift basket plus another $100. We have done a lot of great, fun stuff with these giveaways. You do not want to miss out. So pay attention, write it down, and be ready to enter the competition. You don't want to miss out on this. Queen, we are getting the teams readied up. We have had such an exciting night. Orange team is undefeated on the night. What do you think? Are the Columbus Fire going to pull this off?
I think that first off, I want to point out great advice in chat, and that is like one thing that's huge. Moonface is a ridiculous player, ridiculous, and entirely out of the spotlight in Echo Arena, so oftentimes overlooked, but Moonface is incredible in goal. Moonface has a ridiculous shot, plays backline like crazy. And then the I'm sorry, Muted Monster, can you put up the poll for the match as well? Chat's asking. But Vacant in chat saying that they're going to have a hard time just clearing the disc and they have to pass it up. I think that's great advice. Watching Moonface for the past 2 weeks, this will be my 3rd week. He's definitely on to something there. And first touch on the disc going to Columbus Fire, over to Burnsy for a quick 3 points on the board.
First 3 points on the board. A perfect lead-in to answer Jucifer's question. The Columbus Fire is the affiliate of the Burners, and Burnsy just scored the first points of the game. So there you go, the trifecta of fire-related puns. 3-0. Fire with the early lead.
Fire with the early lead, but the Lions doing a great job maintaining that possession. Risen in the area with no one in the goal. 3 points as their response. Fantastic job from St. Charles Lions.
I'm sorry, what just happened? I blinked. Where did Risen come from?
Risen came from the ceiling.
I mean, that was insane. What an incredible answer there. After Burnsy sinks the early 3, Risen doing a great job with that one. Gets the goal before the defensive stack can get back. Back and forth is the early scene that's being set here, just over a minute into the first quarter.
Ooh, Moonface looking for the goal, but Wiggles with the stop. If you know them in goal, you know you cannot make stupid shots on them. Wiggles will save it. An incredible mind in the arena. Disc is bouncing around, loose now in the high trap area, picked up by Rev. Rev on the ceiling, does a little tipsy-turvy, sends a pass over to Burnsy. Burnsy on the boot, getting some pressure there by Arrow Knight. Over to Rev, though, close to the goal, a close cut and a slam dunk for 2 points for Columbus Fire.
And what a pass there. A very busy bubble. Somehow Burnsy finds the passing lane to get that one to Rev. Didn't look like he could get it past the defenders, but somehow finds a way. Rev hanging out on the bottom of the goal there and then able to put that one in for another 2 points. It's now 5-3 with 2 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Wiggles sending a pass over to Crispy, but Crispy under some pressure does lose the disc, but Wiggles able to recover it, looking for the clear through the mid of the arena. Picked up again by Arrow Knight with teammates in the bubble. Oh, and a quick slap there from the Lions, but not able to go in. However, Crispy almost able to get a hand on the disc, but does get stunned out. Rev picks it up, clears it out through the mid of the, through the tunnel. Now bouncing around towards the wall just outside of fringe of bubble. Moonface with it and an open goal, and they don't miss those.
Yeah, Moonface just doesn't miss very often, period. You give him an open goal, he's going to find a way. Actually, a fairly shallow angle on that one, but he's dialed in. He's able to put away another three-pointer. They stretch the lead to 5 with 5 minutes to go in the first.
And out from the gate, we do have Wiggles with the disc. Wiggles on the side of Nest, looking to bait that stack or defenders, is able to successfully do so. Sends the pass to Crispy, but Moonface with the big interception. Link One with the disc now, looking for the goal. Not good, but Moonface is able to recover it and put it in the goal for 2 points. Shut down. Moonface, St. Charles Lions do it early.
Yes, indeed. And in the right place at the right time, maybe. I don't know. It was actually a decent first shot. It comes off of the back, though, gets it off of the clock, and Moonface is in the right place at the right time. He's not going to miss it from that close. He's now got 5 of the 10 fire points. They've stretched the lead to 10-3.
Wiggles sending a quick pass to Crispy. Crispy down to Arrow Knight the first time they have gotten the disc through the mid on an offensive joust successfully. Great job by them. Arrow Knight with the disc now, looking for the cut, but it is a little bit high. Are they able to recover the disc? No, unfortunately, but Stacks are in the area. The clear is all the way down into the Columbus Fire bubble with the goalie in, almost getting stunned out, but there's Crispy able to pick up the disc and get the clear out through the tunnel, but not good. These Stacks from Columbus Fire were there first. Burnsy picking it up, sending a pass to Link. Link over to Moonface on the ceiling. Moonface looking for the goal, but does not make it in. Collected again by Burnsy. Burnsy over to Link One on the bottom of the goal. Wiggles getting a hand on the dunk, but unfortunately it was a little too late, so the points still go to Columbus Fire.
Yeah, gets a hand on it, but Link One able to put that one away. Really like the spacing that the Fire are using right now, and they are just playing at a pace that is really, really high right now, and the Lions are going to have to figure that out because everything is moving very, very quickly for the Fire right now.
Yep, absolutely. And Wiggles stunned out in goal. Link One with the disc, driving goal, but the shot is just off, collected by Burnsy. Burnsy looking for their teammate high, but a big interception by Crispy there. Very well done, but the clear not good. Back into the hands of Moonface. Moonface doing a little bit of a flip while they get on the ceiling there. Sends a pass down low to Burnsy. Burnsy up high, looking for their teammate, but collected again by Moonface. Ooh. And the steal coming in from Arrow Knight. And no! Arrow Knight, no! That was so dirty! It was so good, but it was so dirty! What a long 3. Arrow Knight, y'all, Aaron, I'm sorry. I don't have anything. I gotta stop talking. Please help me here.
Queen, catch your breath. It is well deserved. You can't make stuff like that up. What a shot. 65 meters out. Absolutely unbelievable. The Fire have been on fire, Juice Fur. I see what you did there, and I like it. I'm going to go with it. But super, super important to get an answer there. Arrow Knight draining that long 3, gets it back to 6, but just like that, Link One finds another one at the other end, stretches it back to 8. We've got 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Both of these teams playing tenacious right now.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
And
Dimwee is in the chat. Look out. We're being judged by the best in the biz. Dimwee, what's up? Welcome. I'm doing my best, man. You're not here to carry me. The Queen is crushing it.
Oh, Moonface going for the goal, but a big stop there by Wiggles, collected by Crispy on the clear. Crispy over to Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight looking for the clear with teammates in the area. Overshot initially by Wiggles, but able to be picked up and recovered, sending a back pass to Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight in the high trap area with pressure from Link One, but does get a pass off to Crispy. Crispy crossing the arena, looking for Risen. Risen able to collect on the bounce and decides to look for Arrow Knight again on a back pass, but a little bit of miscommunication causes a loose disc, but Arrow Knight able to get the slap off with Stacks in the area. There's Crispy again, able to pick up the disc, and again, another wild slap here coming in from the Lions that results in a turnover in the end. Moonface with the disc, looking to send it down into the bubble, picked up by Burnsy. Burnsy looking at an open goal. Oh, Wiggles. Man, Wiggles got a hand on that again. That has to be frustrating. The game does give the points over to Columbus Fire. 3 more on the board for them.
Yeah, 3 more indeed. Stretches it all the way out to an 11-point lead. An all-important joust advantage here coming for the Lions. Like to get a little bit of momentum going into the second quarter here. Let's see what they can do with the possession here. They have a scuff, though, on the advantage. Not turned into immediate points, though. Let's see if they can recover on defense. Still 15 seconds to play. Still an opportunity to score. And just like that.
That's the third one. That hurts. I'm sorry. That hurts. Wiggles getting another hand on the disc, but that is again a little bit of a present from your favorite
Yeah.
city, Chicago.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's up in the
yeah.
north there, kind of Midwestern city. It's a large one.
Yeah,
Tell me, chat. I mean, chat was just blowing up about how good of a goalie Wiggles is, and yeah, 3 Chicago's that I'm counting so far. So, at the end of the day, it's a 19-6 lead for the Columbus Fire, and with that, we're going to take it to a word from our sponsors. For those looking to claim this week's POAP, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the POAP claim form. In order to complete the form, you will need the secret password. It's super secret, but I'm also going to tell it to you now, live, on air. So get ready for the secret that I'm casting, which is Dallas Knights. You've got to submit it by 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 26th. Do it, but not now. Do it at halftime because we're getting right back to the action. Queen, over to you.
We are indeed. This is the second initial joust of this match here. 8 minutes on the clock, and the first touch going to, I really need Dimwee's drum roll, finger drum roll here. First touch on the disc going to St. Charles Lions, but not able to maintain that first possession there as it ends up in the hands of Moonface. Moonface sending a clear out through the tunnel. Taking a bounce though, so the stacks from St. Charles Lions do overshoot it. It's now in the hands of Rev. Rev looking down low to Burnsy. Burnsy looking at a one-on-one, but a big stop from Wiggles, and this one's not a Chicago, but the clear is into the hands of Moonface on that back line. Someone go shout to the Lions that Vacant was right. Don't clear the disc. The disc is stopped again by Wiggles, cleared out. But now again picked up by Moonface. Moonface looking for the bounce pass over to Burnsy. Burnsy going to send a pass over to Moonface again and into the goal for 2 points.
The give and go. What a well-placed bounce pass. First Moonface to get that over to Burnsy, and then Burnsy back to Moonface behind the goal. Another 2 points, stretching out the lead. But what a well-executed passing series to set up what was ultimately an easy goal because the passes were on point.
Absolutely. And with the disc now after a scuffed rollout is Link 1, and Link 1 does not miss that 3-pointer. That's gonna hurt here with the lead that we've got coming in from Columbus Fire, Brutus.
Yeah, they're really stacking up the lead now. Queen, we haven't talked a whole lot about the mental game. And I know you like to talk about craniums. But it's 24 it's 24-6, and that means something mentally, right? One of these teams is playing with all of the confidence. Wiggles doing everything he can in the goal to try and stem the tide, but you're down 18. You're more of a player than I am. You know what it's like to experience that. Risen with a nice answer there, getting 3 more points on the board. Mentally, what do you think these players are dealing with?
I mean, it's hard not to succumb to the pressure of feeling like you need to play rushed and have those Hail Mary plays that I mentioned earlier in the game, where like you're just yeeting the disc at the goal while you hardly even have a lane. Like, you don't need to thread the needle. What you need to do is maintain the possession and get your team calm. Focus on back passing. Spread your teammates out. Get good placement in the arena, and don't succumb to the scoreboard or the pressure of the scoreboard. That's the biggest thing. And honestly, this is a game, and all sports are a game. So you need to have fun while doing it. That's how your team is going to perform best, not getting in that tension situation.
Yeah, the situation's so difficult. Moonface getting another couple of points there on the board, up 26-9. Now still 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Plenty of time, but now you're in the match. You're playing. There's still 5 minutes to go in the quarter. There are timeouts available. You wonder if the Lions start to think about using one of those to kind of reset, regroup a little bit, and look for an opportunity to change, strategies or whatever.
Absolutely. And Motherboard in chat saying she did pop in and tell them to just kind of relax a little bit. You know, like we were talking about, mentality is a big deal. Risen here with the disc, a big opportunity, able to collect the disc off of the bounce. Is the St. Charles Lions there. Wiggles on the back line doing fantastic work, sends a high bounce pass over to Risen. Risen crossing the arena over to Arrow Knight, but the pass not able to connect. Now in the hands of Rev. Rev looking for the clear, but it does not get out. Takes an unfortunate bounce. Their teammates getting stunned out. The disc clear again is not good. Now in the hands of Wiggles on the back line. Great work there by Wiggles on the back line, on the floor, drawing out a defender, Moonface in the area. That means Moonface is out of goal. Press the goal, Lions. But a turnover here, sending the disc all the way down into the Lions area of the bubble with a defender not in goal, and 2 points from Rev on the board for Columbus Fire.
2 more points, stretches it out to 28-9. The Fire just hitting on all cylinders right now. I again go back to, you have a timeout available. The Lions, I think, really just need a second to talk about what they're doing, what's not working, and kind of come up with a different game plan. You can't just continue to keep doing what you're doing and expect a different outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the first thing is getting that mentality back so that you can make those changes and find what's not working or what is working and do more of that. So definitely expect to have a little bit of a halftime chat from the Lions. It does not mean that they are down and out, but definitely going to be a hard deficit to come back from. Wiggles with the disc sending a pass over to their teammate, not able to pick it up even off the bounce as the stacks are there and in the area being aggressive. The disc still loose, but now in the hands of Moonface. Moonface looking to send a pass down low to Link One. Link One looking at a goalie in the goal, but having almost a numbers advantage, but now defenders are there. Link One still able to get the job done though. 2 more points on the board for Columbus Fire.
Another 2 points. Link One now getting in on the action. Moonface finds a way to get an assist. Moonface leading all scorers with 9, now has an assist on the board as well. But you've got 7 points for Link One, 7 for Rev. Fire, again, I said it earlier, they're just hitting on all cylinders right now. It's going to be an all-important halftime for the Lions to try and come up with something different, because what they came into this game with strategy-wise just isn't enough. It's not keeping it close, and they're going to have to come up with something. They find themselves down 33-9 here with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Absolutely. And they've you know, St. Charles Lions are definitely up against a roster. I said it in the beginning of this match that the roster coming in from the Columbus Fire is a ridiculous one. And as I say that, Moonface putting in another 3 points on the goal off of a bounce with a goalie there. Now with the joust advantage is the St. Charles Lions.
Joust advantage, 90 seconds to play. You've got to think, just can I capture any momentum? Can I get anything going from the mental aspect of, hey, I'm still in this thing? Can I do something that works that I can attempt to repeat in the second half? Here they did work it up the far side tunnel. Back pass is going to be a little bit off, but they were able to advance it a little bit, and they're going to maintain possession here. They're just looking for anything that might work against what the Fire are doing right now so that they can kind of replicate it going into the second half.
And a great job at that as Risen puts 2 points in the goal for St. Charles Lions, cleaning up their passes, back passing. It's almost like they're listening here, Brutus.
Well, and it's been talked about in the chat. I know Mother brought it up, but at some point you've just got to regroup a little bit, and I saw that on that possession. They worked it up the far side tunnel. They had a couple of passes. Didn't go perfectly cleanly, but they stuck with it, and they ultimately set Risen up, and it's just 2 points on the board. But from their perspective, what a huge 2 points just to show that they have an offense that can work. Now, Moonface is going to answer with another 3-pointer here, stretch the lead a little bit further. But again, you're looking for that thing that works so that you can try to replicate it and try and eat into this lead a little bit in the second half. 39-11, really, really strong performance here in the first half by the Columbus Fire, but the Lions are looking for anything they can hold on to going into the second half. They're going to have a lot to talk about halftime strategy-wise to figure out what they can do differently to try and eat into what is now a 28-point lead. With that, we are going to take it to a word from our sponsors.
down. I told y'all, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. Get your freak on. 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 Get your freak on.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
All season long, NEPA will be issuing POAPs to anyone who shows up to the live broadcasts and fills out the claim form with the secret password. The form can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT, but you got to show up here live so that you can get the secret password, which isn't as secret as it was before I announced it the first time, and I'm going to read it here in just a second. But what you need to know is each week we'll be highlighting a different franchise. So if you show up all 16 weeks, you will get all 16 teams POAPs, which is pretty cool. You can build the entire roster of franchises across NEPA and have all 16 of them. So the more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. This week's deadline, so you missed the deadline, it's gone. You don't get this team. You're going to end up with 15 of the 16 teams. You don't want that to happen to you. You've got to get this in by 9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, June 26th, and you need the secret password, Dallas Knights. Go do it. It's halftime. You got time. NEPAVRPro.com/NFT. Go fill it out. Dallas Knights is your password. Get your POAP. Collect all 16. You don't want to miss out. The prizes, the fun that ensues is worth it. Go do it. Good talk. Okay, let's talk about the first half. Queen, we saw a fairly one-sided affair. We're relatively new in the season. I get that. But I feel like, I don't know, every broadcast we read the rules and there are timeouts available. You know, these teams have that opportunity. The Twitch chat has been active, talking about the Lions' need to kind of reset, to regroup. They've now got that chance in a completely one-sided statistical affair as we take a look at our stats here and what is going on in the match. You've got to make a strategic change.
Yeah.
Whatever the Lions thought they were going to do isn't working. And so they've got to find something different to do. So as we take a look at our big St. Charles Motorsports halftime stats, do the stats even really matter? Or is this just a mental shift that needs to be made?
I think personally, mental shift is going to be huge for them, but I don't think that's the only thing that they need to change. When it comes down to it, I was shouting out Vacant's advice in the beginning of the stream before the match even started that they're not going to be able to clear the disc with Moonface there. Am I a vampire? No. But what the reality is that Moonface is a wall of a backliner. So like you can't just rely on clearing the disc. When you get a save, you know, even a dead zone clear, if you clear into the bottom trap or the high trap, it bounces around and is not a typical place for a backliner to hang out. Meaning that if goalie clears it into a dead zone, stacks can quickly get stacked from your team and potentially pick up the loose disc. So whether it's passing the disc up the arena or not looking for a full clear it into the dead zone, give your team time to stack, or tell them, you know, if that's the strategy, let it be known so that way they can get stacked and ready when they see your saves coming in. But definitely an adjustment is gonna need to come over from the Lions end of the arena, either working the disc up or going for those dead zone clears and relying on a stack to go pick it up. But with Moonface there, you cannot just clear the disc. And the other thing is to recognize Moonface is a ridiculous goalie. So if Moonface is out of goal, drive. Like, drive it. Otherwise, if Moonface is in goal, stun Moonface.
Yeah, I like that. There's a time component to it, right? If Moonface is pushing forward, which he's doing because he's got 15 points, there's a time component to that. Beat him back to the goal and try and get your points before he recovers. I really, really like that time aspect. Very, very good point as we get into our second half action now. Picking it up with the Fire in possession and Link 1 making a ridiculous bounce shot.
Link 1 is another player that is underrated as they took a break off in a VRML season and came back with a little bit of challenges in the CC Cup. But Link 1 is an incredible player. Those shots do not miss when it comes to him. He is quite incredible. Crispy, no! That would have been so clutch for the Lions. Unfortunately, that doesn't connect, but Risen is there to clean up and put it in the goal for 2 points for the Lions.
Nice goal there by Risen. You've got to have something, right? If you're the Lions, you've got to have something. They've now got something. They're a minute in. They've got 2 points on the board. That's something to build off of. Start to try and build a little bit of momentum.
Absolutely. Moonface now with the disc has a stack in front of them, but just yeets the disc down the arena into the hands of Crispy. Crispy ducking around a defender, but getting their pocket picked because they had a leech. Risen able to get the disc away for a moment, but Rev still in the area with the disc loose. Now picked up by Aeronite. Aeronite gets their pocket picked by Rev. Rev juking around, creating some space to get a pass off to Burnsy. Burnsy now over to Link 1. Link 1 driving fringe of bubble. Jukes around on the post, sends a pass over to Rev. Rev into the goal for 2 points.
Another 2 points. Link 1 now after scoring gets the assist, puts it over to Rev. Queen, I really want to be into the action. I would like to say this is anybody's match, but the Fire are on fire, and I'm not sure that that's going to be put out anytime soon. I'm now wondering about record books. Does anybody out in the Twitch stream know what our Pro Series 2 or Pro Series overall scoring is looking like?
91-5.
91-5
is that in the Pro
what I'm
Series or is
hearing.
that in the NEPA Charity Cup? NEPA Charity Cup.
We are not shifting the focus here. We are going to continue to stay focused on the comeback that I am hoping that we see out of the Lions. But that is a sub-story that I think we have to keep in mind because, wow, I mean, I just don't think we've seen a team click like the Fire are in all facets of the game. Defense is where it needs to be when it needs to be there. The offense, they're getting it done across the board. They've now got scores of 18, 10, 9, and 5 across the board. So really just an overall team effort. Yeah, they're getting it all done, Queen.
They are, and even in that play, St. Charles Lions goalie gets pulled out of goal, giving them an open opportunity, just not biting to those situations, or maybe, you know, taking a second just to consider, do I jump this or do I stay in goal? Because that gave the Columbus Fire an opportunity to just walk in another 2 points. And as I say, that goalie is stunned, and Moonface getting 3 points on the board for Columbus Fire.
Yeah, another 3 points for Moonface, 21 overall. Moonface has so far won this match single-handedly against the total combined points of the St. Charles Lions. Just really finding a groove. We've seen him play so well, Queen, even in the Pro Series, just playing at a very, very high level. And Lions really having a tough time to find an answer to that as Link 1 gets another 2 points there off the assist by Rev.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job there done by Link 1 with the disc advantage. Now is St. Charles Lions. Let's see if they can get this one out and through mid. Wiggles sends a quick pass over to Crispy. Crispy not able to pick it up, but Wiggles able to get there on the collection. Sends a bounce pass to Risen in the bubble. Risen into the goal for 3 points. A great adjustment there from Wiggles after the pass does not connect. And a capitalization. Can I say that, Brutus? On a good wicked goal.
It's now real because you said it. So yeah, absolutely.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I said it.
let's
Now
go
it's
with
on
it.
the internet, so it's real.
Let's go with it.
Take that.
Yeah,
Moonface
and let's.
with the... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, let's not lose the fact that Risen with 13 points for the Lions, continuing to put pressure on. Gotta respect 54 to 13 at the time he made that shot. Now 56 to 16, but continuing to stay engaged, continuing to look for opportunities to get better, and continuing to try and make his team better. So really, really good effort there by Risen, finding that goal, getting some points on the board again in the mental game. Any kind of momentum that you can capture, any kind of small victory within the game that you can capture just gives you an opportunity going into your next match to find something to build off of.
And Risen again with the 3 points for St. Charles Lions. Coming in clutch, the Lions have now figured out how to get the disc through mid on their offensive rollouts here and are capitalizing on those moments.
Yeah, 16 of the team's now 19 points Risen has. Very, very, very impressive individual performance in the face of what has been an onslaught, not letting off the gas, continuing to put on the pressure and look for opportunities, and Risen found one there for another 3 points. It's now Bernsey who finds the opportunity with a slam dunk for 2 points off the assist by Link One.
Yeah, absolutely. A great job again done there by Bernsey getting 2 points on the board. But with the disc here is St. Charles Lions. And like I said, they did find their footing a bit here on these rollouts. Out from the tunnel is Wiggles with the disc at Nest, sending a pass down low to Risen. Risen losing a hand on the disc, unfortunately, though, able to be picked up again by Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight now with the disc getting their stack partner on their back, sending a clear through the mid of the arena. Does get around their defender, but takes a turn into the hands of Moonface. Moonface down low to Link One. Link One approaching Fringe of Bubble on the floor, sends a pass to Bernsey, but a stop after a stun. Wiggles picks up the disc and clears it out through the mid of the arena. Picked up again, though, by Rev on the back line, getting some pressure from Wiggles, but not able to get the disc over from them. A pass down to Moonface on the floor. Moonface up high to Link One on the Nest. Link One drives the goal for 2 more points.
2 more points, now 60 points overall. There's going to be a chance for 1 more goal here, probably after rolling out for a joust advantage for the Lions. 60 points in 3 quarters. Yeah, fire on fire. I don't know what else to say.
Fire is indeed on fire, but Wiggles with the disc now looking for a long clear, but it's into the hands of Rev, and Rev, no! Rev through the mail slot and into the goal for 3 more points, getting them to 63 points.
I wonder if some pro teams are worried about having to face the Columbus Fire right now. They are just hitting on all cylinders. We talked about it at the beginning of this match. I mean, AAA players are pro players, right? They sit as the 5th man for their pro teams. They get subbed in for their pro teams. The talent is all there. There is a whole lot of talent collected on the Columbus Fire roster right now. They are up 63 to 19. Super, super impressive performance. They now have 3 scorers in double digits. Bernsey's sitting at 9, getting it done in all facets. We will be back with your 4th quarter action here after a word from our sponsors.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for.
Roger. NEPA is going Web 3 and will be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that we will be conducting throughout the year. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We have got some fun stuff planned, so do not miss out. Get out there, fill out that form, and claim your POAP. Let's Let's get back to the fourth quarter. We are under 5 seconds to game on. Queen, back to you.
First touch on the disc going to Columbus Fire off of that initial joust into the hands of Rev, looking for the goal and getting it off the bounce for 3 more points. 40. My mathematician in my ear just informed me that this is a 47-point difference. I am not Dimwee. Dimwee, if you're here, tell me if they have time. But quite frankly, I don't think there is with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Disc is in the hands of Wiggles. Wiggles looking for a pass to their teammate. It does not connect, but they're able to pick the pocket of their defenders and get it cleared out into the bubble with Stacks in the area. The disc is now in the hands of Wiggles, able to maintain that possession, looking for Risen on the shield, but the pass doesn't connect. Rev is there to pick it up. Moonface, maybe a miscommunication, but taking it from their own teammate, looking for the clear. It is into the St. Charles zone, but everyone overshooting the disc. Rev able to finally get there, sending a pass down low to Burnsy. Burnsy crossing the arena over to Link One. Link One down to Moonface and into the goal for 2 points. Beautiful play from Columbus Fire.
Beautiful play, stringing together passes. I just want to point out, we say in the rules at the beginning of every cast that we don't put up with toxicity and that kind of play. Let's not confuse the fact that this is a very one-sided score with the fact that the Columbus Fire are just continuing to play the game the right way. There was no showboating on that goal. There was just crisp passing, continuing to play the game the way that is meant to be played. It ended in a goal. That's great. But both of these teams continuing to bring it all the way to the wire as we see Wiggles make another great stop. We talked about what a great goalie he is in the first quarter. Makes another great save there. Can't make the second one with another 3-point shot. But when we talk about we don't want to see toxic behavior can be giving up on a game before it's over. You want to continue to play the game the way that it's meant to be played, Queen.
Absolutely, and you are not having these players come in with any stees or disrespect to their defenders. They are simply doing exactly like you said, playing their game and playing it just very well. That is not toxic. It's just when a team jives like this, they jive. And a long shot almost makes it in, but Burnsy's able to pick it up on the bounce off of the wall and put it into the goal for 2 more points for Columbus Fire.
2 more points, 73-19. Dimwee just says, I don't believe it is possible. I believe that Dimwee has pre-done the math on the point of time in which a game is unrecoverable. I'm not sure it extends to 5 minutes left and a 73-19 spread with a bounce shot from Rev going in for another 3 points and now 76-19. But thank you, Dimwee, for backing us up on the math.
Absolutely. Y'all know I say it often. I am no mathematician. I actually failed math in high school, but that's okay because I'm here still with the disc advantage is St. Charles Lions. Wiggles with the disc on Nest. Just holding it up, looking for a little bit of a bait of the stack to try and get it through the mid of the arena, but that back stack pushing up aggressive. Oh, and the big save from Wiggles. Moonface on the ceiling, now able to collect the disc. Ooh, and a grab there from Crispy on the pass and a great clear out through the arena into the tunnel with players in the area. Crispy getting a slap off, crossing the arena and into the Columbus Fire bubble. There is defenders in the area. They get stunned out after they pick up the disc. The clear does come in from the Fire, but it is not good as it takes an unfortunate bounce now in the hands of Crispy, but Crispy getting stunned out by Link One, and Link One giving a little flick over into the St. Charles Lions bubble with Stacks in the area, but Wiggles back in goal with someone on clock as Burnsy approaches the goal and dunks it in for 2 points.
And there's Burnsy, stretches it to 78-19. We've got a 59-point spread. Yeah. Just a dominant performance by the Columbus Fire. Consistent throughout, continuing to score. Really, really impressive. All-around effort. Both of these teams, though, We have not seen the Lions let up. They continue to provide pressure both on offense and defense, and are looking for that opportunity, that one thing that they can build off going into the next match, and you've got to respect that for the players of the game.
Absolutely. And I personally, as a player, I actually like these types of matches, and especially when they are recorded like they are. A great attempted shot there by Arrow Knight. But I personally love these because there's so much room to learn when you have a high pressure team that you're playing against. It exposes all of the weaknesses and exposes everything that is working well, so that way you know what to do more of and what not to do. So this is a learning opportunity, and one of the best ones for St. Charles Lions, for them to go back in the film and figure out what isn't working and what is working underneath a high pressure team.
Yeah, good point. And what is working is Bernsey for another 2 points, stretches this to 80 points. We've talked a lot tonight about the 40-point rule. I think the 80-point rule is unquestionable. Now with 4 players over on the Fire side with double digits in scoring.
Absolutely. With the disc now is Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight looking for a deep clear down into the Fire bubble, but it is intercepted. A long shot coming in from Fire is off. Bouncing around loose. Rev is able to slap the disc over to Bernsey. Bernsey flipping around on the ceiling, sending a shot into the goal, but another save there from Wiggles. And a collection by Crispy. Crispy looking for the pass or the clear, not quite sure, but that's all right because Arrow Knight's in the area, able to get it through the tunnel. But Moonface there again, picking up the disc with a little bit of pressure there from Crispy. The disc ends up crossing the arena, still in the Columbus Fire area, but Rev able to pick it up after getting a stun off. Bernsey now with the disc, looking for a pass over to Link One. Link One looking for the potential clear, but Wiggles is there in the area and stops it, but gives it right back over to Rev. Rev looking to clear it all the way into the bubble with teammates in the area as Bernsey collects the disc, flips onto the ceiling, jukes around the shoulder, and gets stunned out by Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight clearing the disc, trying to clear the disc all the way through. Wiggles now doing so for them, picks up the disc again and puts it in the goal for 2 points.
Wiggles, who has been kind of a defensive star throughout this onslaught, has hung as tough as one can in the goal, and now gets over on the offensive end, gets a couple of points. And again, we talk about momentum, not just in a given match, but throughout the season. Finding a little bit of success there on the offensive end. You've got to think that pro rosters are looking at Wiggles and that individual effort tonight for the St. Charles Lions, really getting it done as well as one can, given the onslaught in the goal, and also finding some points on the board.
Absolutely. I do have to agree, but a little bit of a turnover there. Disc ends up in the hands of Bernsey. Over to Link One. Link One looking for the goal, but misses, and not enough time for Moonface to get that in before the match is over. This one will go to Columbus Fire.
80-21. Very, very impressive score. Very, very impressive stats. Team stats. Even spread. We talked about this earlier. You like to see a team play uniformly, give everyone opportunities. Moonface with 23, Rev with 21, Bernsey, Link One with 15 and 14 respectively. So very, very even spread there. Well, Queen, I'm going to ask you what you think before I point out the stat that I think stands out to me the most.
So I am okay. So here's my thing: is that I fully support and admire and love teamwork in this game because it is a team sport. And when you get to this skill of players, soloing can only get you so far. So for me, I am leaning at Link One, putting 14 points on the board. But the biggest thing, 9 assists. 9. That is incredible. What that means is that Link is not getting into pressure of just driving goal. Link is taking their team into account, not just looking to be a vessel of points, but looking for what is best for the team. And yeah, 14 points and then assisting 9 other goals. That means that they have done an incredible amount of work for their team to get points on the board.
Link One putting in work indeed, 50 stuns as well, which more than doubles the next most. And we talked a little bit after the first match about stuns that mean something and stuns that don't. Like, at some point you become disruptive to your team's flow, but stuns at the right time and the right place can have an absolutely just exponential impact on the game by breaking up other team stacks and that kind of thing. The Fire did everything right. I want to point out an individual effort, though. Wiggles, who we talked about being one of the best in the game, with 13 saves, the only double-digit number of saves in the game. Outsaved every other player in the game, including his own team combined. Super, super strong individual effort there. And in a match where you don't have a lot to hang your hat on, I think the Lions can hang their hat on the fact that Wiggles is one of the best defenders out there, and she did just an amazing job.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely missed that stat, and you've kind of convinced me. So I am willing to say that I am not always right, and I am okay to change my opinion on this cast here. And Brutus, I agree with you. It should go Wiggles.
Well, I haven't even announced it yet. This is our first ever. This is our first ever, because we just made it up at the beginning of this cast. Our first ever Stuntman Trophy Award for the Holtzauer Player of the Match. Which, by the way, I'm still looking for somebody in the Twitch chat to create, because I want to give this out for real, and by for real I mean virtually. I need that, but I mean, come on. The Columbus Fire did everything. I could make an argument for every player that played for the Columbus Fire to get a Player of the Match award, but when everything was against them, Wiggles had 13 saves, an assist, even found the goal with a 2-pointer there. Like, there is something to be said for the honor that goes along with, I am just absolutely getting overrun, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to play my game, and that's what she did. And I'm super, super impressed by that. So I want to go off the cuff here. In a landslide 80-21 victory, I want to go with the unsung Wiggles for demonstrating what NEPA is all about, which is individuals receiving an opportunity and then making the most of that opportunity. And I think Wiggles did that tonight.
Yeah, I have to agree. Definitely. Yeah, you've swayed me. You've persuaded me, Brutus, to look into a direction that I was not looking, simply just because I didn't. But I have to agree, and that doesn't take into account the 3 Chicagos in a row that Wiggles was able to get her hand on before the game decided that they were considered points. So really, you're looking at realistically about 16 saves that she was stopping before getting into goal, but you know, for whatever reason, the 13 are only showing because of those numbers. But definitely a fantastic effort.
So there you go. Columbus Fire, you've got nothing to be disappointed in. You brought it in every way possible. You got it all done. Hats off to all of you. Honestly, I think you would give some pro rosters a run for their money. But I'm going to go on individual effort. In the face of an overwhelming enemy, Wiggles played her game to the best of her ability and showed up with 13 saves. Congratulations. For the first time ever, we're awarding the trophy that we don't yet have, which is the Stuntman, for the Holtzauer Player of the Match. Wiggles, there you are. Congrats. Queen, any parting shots for our viewers? 3 great matches today, 2 super close ones, and then 1 just amazing performance.
Yeah, definitely a great night of matches. The only thing I would like to say, because I typically like to say it at the end of casts, is we've had with us all night the man behind the curtain that you cannot hear, but we can. It is Muted Monster, and he has put in a fantastic effort to run the cams and the production for us. So if you know Muted, say thank you. If you don't know him, you should know him, and you should go say thank you, because he is a beast.
Thank you, Muted. Thank you, entire production team. Thank you, Queen, for all of your play-by-play coverage. It is such a pleasure to get to bring these matches to our viewers with you, and you do such a fantastic job. With that, congrats to the Ottawa Frost, the Daytona Tide, and the Columbus Fire. Orange team, undefeated on the night. We'll see if that swings tomorrow night. Join us for more Pro Series 2 coverage with our pro team matches coming at you tomorrow. We'll see you same time, same channel here on NEPA TV. See ya!